back live with another game. It's been a while since I've been live with King Catan game. First game of the season. Oh, man, it's been a while since I've streamed, to be honest. Excited to be back though. Sorry. Alright, so playing this game, I think I'll be able to see it. Okay, I haven't been live in a minute, so yeah, I'll see if we got any people in here, but I'm not going to be watching the game. Alright, how do you take a break? Hello, Uri. Right. Close chat. Alright, I'm here, chat's gone. So what's gonna get picked 100%? Oh. Yeah, I'm sure. Alright, one live. Haven't played in a little while, but yeah, back with the game against the US national champion from Cochlea, Ian Belfour, who's really strong. Firehawk. Many times. Now. Yeah. Nice.
Woodport here?
Yep.
It's so loud.
There's a lot of wood on this board. But if somebody
there's not
prefers
gonna be
3-4-8 at the beginning, then the Woodport might just be available. Then again, it could be a race to the 8-10 versus the Woodport.
Yeah.
If I had to guess, I'd say that it's a pretty good option to get the Woodport there. I didn't hate that road. I don't know what's going to be left around here, but I don't think I'm going to like whatever's left. It's a tricky one.
Yeah, I was looking at the 8-5-10 like left, but there is a chance someone goes like 5-4-3 and just plows to the 8-3.
Does that? Like,
For sure.
mean, I think honestly, like 5-9-10 might.
Yeah. Because I was like, why isn't Dav just taking 5-8-10? And like, oh, maybe because of the port.
No, it is basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get really stuck.
Well, you got
5
5 seconds. Sheep port. He opted
That's
for the
solid.
sheep port game.
Okay. It's. I feel like there was nothing that.
Now you're making me have the tough decision because it's got to be 4-9-11 or 5-8-10.
Mm-hmm.
there's-
Can't imagine it's not one of those two.
I'll gobble up the other one.
Yeah, I know. Leaving 5-8-10 for fourth seems a little much production-wise,
Yeah.
but leaving 4-9-11, yeah, I'm really wishing I went fourth instead of third here.
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, what am I pairing if I take 4-9-11?
Isn't it crazy how all three of you are unhappy with the the placement?
Oh, I hate this. This is rough. I mean, we'll all find a way. Well,
Right. So I mean, I think it could have been 6-4-11. Could have been, because then like maybe 5-8-10 happened. 6-4. Like 5-8-10 gets could happen. Whatever. All of that stuff. 6-4-11 might get. I mean, like if someone 9-4-2, but I feel like at least with this, like 6-3-11 is playable. Kind of anticipating all the good. 5-8-10 is much stronger if you can get it with the starting world, and you confident about the 8-3. You could also still lose it. I think now the board can go for these things. This shit happen. Realistically, what Sparrow gonna want to 8-4 is 8-3. 4 is okay. 8-3 probably. There's just a fair case to be made. Yeah, I think with 6-3-11, I'm. Well, it's not beautiful, maybe. Actually. But I don't know if I get 9-4-11. That spot. I'm taking on the. I don't think I get that much. I don't know. Maybe it is just 9. No, but you could still. You still get locked into 6-11. That's. No, I don't think 9-4-11 is 6. Compare that with like. I don't know. I don't think 9-4-11 is the pick there. It's, I feel like no matter what I do.
that with Brickwood, right? It wouldn't make sense to go the other way.
Yeah, sorry, because I'm okay. Well, you were going 5-8-10 anyways, I hope.
I don't know. All right,
Yeah.
sorry, I gotta think about this road. Is there any world in which Sparrow goes on the 3-8 directly? Is anybody taking this 9-10? You know what? Let's just do this and see what happens.
Ooh.
Whatever.
5-11 might be open here. But 8-3.
I was thinking if 4-9-2 and if I get a triple hex expansion, if I do that. But I don't think I do.
Think.
Exactly, because Sparrow is really starved for a spot here. Yeah. Okay, well, these 4s and 11s better roll. Because I don't think I'm doing wood port.
Jealous of what?
I'm trying to figure out if I
Awful choice.
if I can leave Cochlea the 4-9-11.
I mean, that is an option for you, is just own the top half all by yourself.
No, because Sparrow goes 8-4.
Maybe. I mean, maybe.
Well, yeah.
I would have snapped the 4-6-11, 8-10-3 if it wasn't because Sparrow takes 8-4, I think. But yeah. Yeah, the 8-3 does complement his setup a bit, but I mean, I'm gonna be going for his wood port at that point. Is that the play? Honestly, the wood port might just be the play here.
I still don't know, man. I mean, I think 6-4-11.
Yeah,
right,
Sparrow,
was
do you want to talk
okay.
here?
What's there to talk about?
Maybe me just like giving you a wood trade. You go 8-3, I give you a wood trade, and you leave me the wood port or something. Actually, let's up that. I'll give you a free wood. How about that?
Free woods.
Yeah.
So you leave the wood port and go 8-3.
Exactly. Yeah.
So are you just leaving him the 4-9-11, or are you taking the 6-4?
I'm leaving him the 4-9-11 in that case.
Oh, I see. I don't
Ten-
know. I thought you made a
seconds.
deal with 4-11 though.
10 seconds. 10 seconds. Yes or
I
no,
don't see
Sparrow?
I don't know. I wish you hadn't.
But what do you mean? Don't? Can you just give me a yes or no?
He doesn't
You
need to.
said, like 5 seconds. You said it 20 seconds to go.
Yeah, it's fair. That's fair.
Think about it.
Yeah, but then just no, I guess.
To be honest, I feel like the wood port.
Yeah. It would have been a fun setup.
Yeah.
Well, that's a bummer because I guess you misheard me and I thought we had something, but
Yeah, that is
I
my
don't think
bad.
I could have been more clear on that.
No, look, that's completely my. I don't understand how I mixed that up.
I don't know.
I must have been in some head of my
I
own.
think they made a deal about 5-8.
I suppose I'm just taking 3-4-8. I don't really see anything else that jumps out here unless I want to go 2-5 3-1.
Would you have changed your how you did the spot if I?
I don't know. I don't know. I didn't really get a lot of time to think about it. It's a fair question. I was definitely debating between the two, but I thought we would have both turned out really well if you took 3-4-8 and 4-9. Actually, if you took 4-9-2 and headed to 5 or 3-1 port and 3-4-8, I thought that was a great start for you.
Yeah.
But as it is, we will both battle with what we got.
Something like that.
So 3-4-8. I'm gonna really wish I had a 3-1 port at some point. I'm gonna be orless, which sucks.
Yeah, I think I'm going to be oldest too.
Yeah, where are you going after this?
I mean, I think it's 6-3-11, I guess.
Yeah. Yep, work that wood port funness. I mean, sorry, sheep port.
A lot of sheep.
Where do I go? Do I fight over 8-10 or do I just head up north? Probably head up north. If we roll a pile of 4s, I can get some ore that way. But man, I'm gonna need a 3-1 port badly.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird. I don't exactly feel
Any
like
world in which I take 2-5?
I'm just going to have loads of production, but he doesn't have
No.
a great port.
That's rough.
Every time he rolls it, he's going to have
Not the craziest thing ever, though.
a mansion zone. What? Wait, 3 you can roll like an early get onto 8. I don't. It all stinks. First came back, we have miscalculated. Brick's kind of good too.
All right.
I don't think I can. Right. Well. Guess it's 6.
Damn.
Yep.
I just realized I kind of cooked myself here. Like I'm on every single shared block here.
There is that.
You have a lot of ore.
Yeah.
That's true. I kind of backed myself into a corner with this, but I think that's it. I mean, just hold for 6.
Yeah.
Full wood sheet.
The really baller play here is go right on the sheep port. Take that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm assuming 3-8, but I guess
Yeah,
there's
I
always.
think I have to take 3-8.
That's why I pointed my road up. I just had this feeling that's how this is gonna all play out.
Unless you want 6-12 to the 11-12, and I could.
And then I cry.
This is what I have to do.
Well, at
Fair
least at the
enough.
start of the game, Sparrow, I think you have the only like really nice setup. Good luck, everybody.
Not challenging for that sheep port, David.
That's good to know, Sparrow. That's about all I've got left.
Right, if you pointed that road left, that would have been pretty interesting.
Yeah. Luck of fun, yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, that's the luck. 3-3. It's a little cursed, but you obviously just there's no other expansion as well. Okay.
Oh, there they are. That's
Do
exactly
not
what
like
I need.
11s. 11s can go away.
Oh no, I love the 11s. Okay.
Really backed myself into a corner
I
here.
drop a road. And Mr. Davbav, do you want insurance?
I only have wooden sheep. So
Yeah.
that's radar.
I mean, I'll take a free sheep if that's cool.
Dave, you can't just get him on the 3.1 port that quickly. I know insurance is cute.
I
but
don't think
you're
it's
giving, you're
11.
giving away too
I don't
much
think it's
by
cheap
giving
before
him
it's-
the
before it's-
engineer.
Okay.
Hold on.
Yeah,
Wasn't
chill,
on
chill.
yet.
Like the 11 just rolled. I already have a sheep.
He doesn't. I mean, I would really love to not 7 out. I don't make.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I'll give you a sheep then.
Cool sees.
Are we gonna have a chat if you end up rolling something here again?
Man, I can't hear a word you say. Let me put you on max.
I'm asking Dav if we're gonna have a chat if he ends up rolling one of his numbers anyway.
Maybe.
We'll
Got it.
Depends which number rolls, I guess.
Oh, there you go.
It's not one of the numbers.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
Already.
Yeah.
The wheat's not definitely not for trade.
Oh, but that is the second.
Yeah, I'm rolling good today. I gotta be honest.
Way to hear.
I'm rolling my 4s and 11s.
Like,
Oh.
Oh
what
my
the
God.
heck?
3 11s.
What's happening?
This is crazy.
that's. I think
Is that a city or is that a settlement?
Oh, this. Let's. No. Yeah, it's the settle.
Pretty sure.
Unfortunately, not.
And then 8 cards.
Yeah, I'm looking for a dev here. I'm just looking for a dev. Nope. No, it just popped. Yeah. Let's. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's a trade with Sparrow here, maybe.
If you're trading an
Or
ore,
so.
I'll trade an ore.
An ore for sheep. Yeah, I don't want a 3-for-1 the sheep though. I like my sheep.
Yeah, but you've already said, like, you've already got.
Okay. No trade there. I mean, okay.
Alternatively, I would for an ore.
Yeah, like I could do this maybe, and then I would 3-for-1 the wood. What do you think about that? Okay. Yeah. I feel like I need knights since I'm gonna be blocked 90% of the time.
Yeah, you can buy a dev with the sheep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That makes sense.
Cash in all those 11s and your free insurance sheep.
I don't think you're gonna really struggle.
All right.
I appreciate, Ian, that you didn't take the shared 10 weeks. Now
Okay,
we
I'm
have
gonna be a little ballsy here and just pass.
Oh, yep.
Watch me go. Yeah, watch me go.
I hear you,
Oh,
Sparrow.
God.
Oh,
Okay, I deserve
I
that.
took one roll.
I'm an
Like, the
idiot. I
sheep is
deserve
not
that.
worth saving, man. You don't.
Yeah, look,
I think it's gotta be the core wheat.
I'm stupid.
Right?
Yeah, that's why I think so too.
Fortunately. Oh, that was probably like.
Wait, why not? Why not 4 brick though?
Because you guys
Well,
have a ton of orange sheep in your
You've got
hand.
a bunch of ore. Yeah.
I suppose.
Yeah.
Spiral. I think there's a
What?
real world where I
Yeah.
never ever settle until I get the brick.
Yeah,
So,
and I don't think I'm using that brick for a while.
like, I mean, is this I mean, the wood is still going to be useful. Or like I could do 2 wood or 2.
If I'm doing this trade, I would like a future free sheep port service. as
Okay.
well.
Yeah. Okay. I mean.
Talk about guaranteed free, yeah.
Okay.
Oh man, that was not worth it, man. That was like such an insane acceleration of Dave's game right there.
It's the only thing I can
And
do.
you got
though.
like 1 free future port service out of it. That's crazy.
I got 2 for 1 as well when Akari don't produce.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think that his game jumped basically a million light years right now, and yours moved very little. Just being honest. It's all right. I mean, obviously you got to do what you got
I
to
think
do.
our game plans like scale differently. Spiral.
It's a dev card. Let's get this off R4.
Like,
Am
I think
right?
right now, Sparrow. You're right. Sparrow's gonna. I'm gonna be in a better spot than Sparrow. I think with. But once he gets in like 5, 9, 10, 60, I'm not keeping that. I'm gonna have to scale too.
Yep.
Have different time. Okay. Okay. My volume is deafened.
I'm curious what that means, but I don't know if I even want to bother having the conversation. I guess your timeline is get on a 6 gold essentially right away, and his is have a wood for down the road.
No. What I mean is that like as the game goes on, I think Spiral's going to scale way heavier into the end game than cities on.
Gotcha. So you're saying like in the long run, you kind of got a slow game regardless.
Yeah, I think it kind of has to be. Great expand.
Where there's a Dave, there's a way.
I hope so. I mean, record recently against Felix. He's like 5 for 5 against me.
Wondering how many 5s and 9s are going to end up ruling, because that's the first ore I've ever picked up, and I would really like a city in the next couple orbits.
Oh, is that so?
Feels really bad to just.
What do you need for the city then? Maybe there's a trade.
No, I'll just go with
Okay,
sheep.
I mean, I've just reset my mic settings. I
no
hope
trade.
it's not bad now. Okay, thanks. Hopefully that's okay. Pretty happy with the hustle to get that settled there. It's kind of massive.
Oh, look at that.
Only
that's pretty good.
6s, yeah. I have 6 sheep and 2 wood here. What to do? Does anybody want wood or sheep?
Nope.
No.
Well, okay, Dav. So I'm thinking let's make things happen for the both of us, because I have the ore that you want.
Really?
And I'm thinking, wait, is your hand like only sheep, wood, and the ore I traded you?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, then I mean I'm looking for sheep, of course.
I mean, like that's obviously a good trade for me.
Yeah. Like
That
this,
doesn't-
I couldn't.
That doesn't really.
Because I don't want to give you a city, obviously.
Yeah, but I also don't really want to do anything else because
Yeah.
I can't just rely on the
'Cause,
sixes
I mean,
forever.
Yeah, but clearly I'm not gonna give you an ore for 2 wood so you can city up and the wood does nothing for me. So
Yeah.
I'm thinking if there's some other trade we can find.
Well,
Because I have ore and I'm
yeah.
willing to trade.
Right. So I mean, the things that my setup does is kind of limited. I either make sheep. You can't. I wouldn't make a bet on the 3 rolling. I can make sheep and I can port sheep. That's it. So, I mean, if these are those things that are helpful to you, then I can offer that.
No, sorry. I guess there's not much we can do at this moment.
Yeah, I don't really know what else I could really offer you there. I think it's a bit of a sticky situation. So many cards. Pass on 7.
No, I did not have a knight, I guess.
Yep.
Oh, I mean, is it like a 46% chance to not pull a knight on the first dev?
Yep.
So, yeah. Okay. I guess, I mean, the 8 sheep is my only... Yeah. Or the 3
Isn't that-
brick, maybe?
You could just solo on the 6.
6 sheep is way more impactful. I mean, you stop me from
Solo
having
on
another sheep in my
6.
hand. It doesn't stop.
I mean,
anything.
I think I robbed Dav here because he has sheep, wood, and ore. Well, I don't want the ore, but yeah.
Every other shared block on him is not impactful, whereas on you.
Yeah. I mean, I think I just do... I don't want to solo Dav.
You have 5 seconds.
I don't want to solo him. I think that's a bit much.
Fair.
I don't think it's that.
You got the ore. It's
Well,
the only role that lets me
that's
play the game.
I mean, that's what I didn't really was looking for here. Yeah, Dav, do you want to trade the orb? Okay, I'm not sure.
I mean, if you want a sheet.
Yeah. Yeah, I assume this trade won't happen. Or is
I
that
mean,
something for you?
Maybe.
I'm gonna be honest, I won't even do anything with this trade, I'm just passing with the trade.
I'm just like concerned about giving you too much stuff. I don't know why you want this.
Oh, so yeah, it's just for the sheep, and then I don't really want to give 1 for 1, since like another 6 gives you the
Would
city.
you do? Can you throw in one of anything else, and then I could potentially do it?
I mean, I think I'll do it,
Uh,
but
You give me a 1 for 1. I'm not doing crap.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. I mean, I would have.
Wait, yeah, sorry, sir. Like, I only had a wood, like, I couldn't give anything extra there
okay.
from my hand.
Well, I probably would have said, fine, I'll do it anyway. But
Yeah.
Oh, really?
yeah,
Okay.
that's how you know how this stuff works.
Yeah, sir. Oh,
A
damn.
bit of a weird one.
Okay.
If I do city, is it
Well,
stage
I mean, okay.
Okay, that's what it is.
Do you want to do it then?
Well, no.
Then
Unless-
3 for 1 for a dev card.
No,
I'll do it.
No. Oh my god. Do it. Do it.
Fine.
Oh.
I don't know why we're doing this.
Well, I would have then not done it.
I need to protect my spots. What can I say?
What do you think I should be? Who do you think I should be stealing from here, Ian?
I mean, I still think it's 4 wheat all day. I don't like it's their only wheat, and it's
I just lost.
They have
I just
ore,
lost
they
a
have
roll.
sheep.
I don't have a city roll. Let's say that. I don't actually. I can't roll into it this time.
I mean, I'd rather. I think that's more relevant than the random 6 wood because they don't really have much brick to do with it.
I think I do steal
Oh.
from here.
Okay. Oh. Yeah, he took my ore, so I don't have any ore left.
Oh man.
Just FYI, if you were wondering.
Mm-hmm.
The ore doesn't
gotta be
give you a
nice.
city though yet, does
It
it?
doesn't.
Gotta be 9 ore, right?
I think it is the 9. Yeah, I was just looking at the 4 quickly. Oh man.
All right. Okay.
I remember.
Like I'm
Like,
playing the game,
trading-
and I'm still just thinking about like what happens, what happens after I city, and I don't know what the plan is. So I feel like I just get soloed or I'm losing. Oh, so the card is. I mean, the card is still a sheep, right? It is what it is.
I mean, you had a guaranteed or sheep or wheat from Sparrow.
I had a guaranteed sheep from you, yeah. I mean, no, there's no city steal either way. That's the thing.
To you, Felfer.
Guaranteed any of these resources.
Okay, let's see. Okay, now it might. I mean, look, I'm just getting blocked Rob every time here.
I think it's just because you had the non-knight and the second dev.
Sure.
Like I was really considering before.
Oh, I was kidding me. Oh,
Yeah, I mean,
am I blessed or cursed? That's the question. Back to 3 brick, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't like how little attention we're giving to your production, but I don't think there's anything we can do about it
well, I was
yet.
going to say you did give
Yeah.
more. I think it's,
Here's
it's
production.
just going to be slow Ian's.
Probably is.
Yeah.
The instruction. Yeah, he does have a lot.
I think it's going to be a year before I do anything that impacts the end of this game.
Yeah, it's just kind of gross.
Yeah,
Of
I
course,
don't have the
dice
stomach
chart
to
looking
rock
like
Sparrow
all
here.
6s and 11s was definitely challenging.
More of those 2s and 12s.
See, everybody's happy. Wow.
Okay.
Some of us more happy than
What's
others.
happier?
Okay.
Yeah, that's- All right, no, not Sparrow. You're right, my bad. He's not on the 4th. For a second, I thought we were all on 4th.
Sparrow never happy.
And then what? It's like I city and then 6 gets soloed and then you don't play the game. Devs
Tell you
too-
what,
devs are
just
too
port
expensive.
everything and trade me the city, and I will live through the pain of having the city.
Yeah. That's fair.
Just city the other 6, really, you know?
Yeah, I mean 6 through 11 is just such a trash city though. I feel like there's a reasonable chance it never makes.
It
sheep.
suddenly makes your 3s and 11s so nice.
It does.
Those are never game. Wouldn't you rather have extra sheep than extra wheat?
I guess, yeah. It is an interesting one. I think, I mean, honestly, I'm really...
I think you kind of have to.
6-4-3
because
is
it's
so
just going to be
bait.
bouncing. It's bouncing between the 4 and the 6 and the 3.
Yeah, 6-4-3 is just so bait. Then I just never have... If the 6 gets blocked, I can't roll cards. I think it has to be this. Man, interesting. Alright, well, we've arrived somewhere.
Oh my god, we're rolling so
They
many 6s
are-
too.
Yeah, they are rolling, that's for sure.
Yep, that's...
Eventually, I'll get this wood port and I'll pull a mono, and then you'll be sorry.
Circle what?
Yeah, that's the way.
Um,
Okay, I mean, I can't. What can I do with my hand here? I can't buy a dev. I guess that's what we're doing.
I guess in theory I would like the 11-5 over the 6-4-3 for 2 reasons. Firstly, that it is more contested by Ian than Ian. But also because road play. There isn't actually really a great road play on the table. You did right, yeah. There isn't much of a road play on the table, so I could actually, like, 5-11, a lot of sheep production, I could play for road here. That's like really feasible. It's strange, it's ugly, but it might actually
I
work.
should use that sheep port soon.
True, you do have it, yes.
But it's
What's-
just awkward because it's always after my turn.
You're right. And if someone steals from me, they might steal your card. Or I'll trade it into your hand, I guess.
I'll just. There's no wheat on the table, I don't
No.
think.
I'm all wooden sheep.
And I'm trading cards that people don't want. So
I mean,
There,
yeah,
there
like,
you go.
Yeah, like I would swap that my city for that one any day.
Oh my god.
Okay, I have
11s and
3 wood and 5 sheep. Let's roll. Well, okay, so how does this work, Sparrow? Well, you don't have any cards.
Yeah.
I don't have any
I'm
cards
not.
right
I
now.
was about to
Yeah, I was
say.
gonna say I'm not porting my own. I'm not porting my own cards for free.
No, you'll be porting my sheep.
Yeah, yeah. Oh man. So what? So what next? Is anybody looking for wood or sheep?
Nope.
Resounding silence. Okay. 4 sheep for a dev. That might be it. And it's a monopoly. Just joking.
Hey, there's a 10.
Definitely a good roll.
10 is so bad for me. 10 is so bad.
I can do much with it.
Whenever the 6 is stopped
There's no
rolling, I
brick
just
out
lose.
there, right?
I'm gonna hold this
0
knight
brick.
to unblock the 6.
Actually, Felfer might have 1 brick. Do you have a? No, you built that road.
Yeah, I don't have a
If I
brick.
could have somehow flipped
No
a
brick.
rook there, maybe could have got rook
Okay.
settle, but I don't think it's really happening. So unfortunate.
All right, pass turn.
Well, nice to
I knew settling on the 12 was a good idea.
Felfel's already winning, like it's so annoying, this always happens.
Yeah, that's what I'm
That was
talking about.
like crazy.
I drop another road.
Ian spent his all, which I'm pretty happy about. That city is massive, 5, 8, 10. Once you get 3-1. Actually, there is no 3-1. Never mind.
Hey.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think the 10 just activates your entire setup.
It does.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of my point about like the timelines, because Sparrow basically rolled a city in 2 rolls. I can't do that.
It's not quite though.
It's not quite.
I think I just pass.
Okay. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, Dev, if you have a knight here, I have a proposition.
which is what?
Or or I don't even know if you play it. I want to see if you play it first or not.
Your
Yeah,
5
I mean,
seconds.
to be honest, I think with the 5, 9, 10
Okay.
city on the board, I don't think I should be getting soloed right now.
No, Dev. So here's the thing. Like, I'm thinking if you block the 8 sheep and Calcula plays a knight and puts it on you, I'll play a knight and.
Nope, not
take it
happening.
off
You gotta block them. Block purple.
I've not
No.
even got a dev yet.
Yeah. It was just like an alternative.
I'm not, look, I am so far behind you trying to like use me as like an intermediary on something, and like that's crazy.
No, Calcula. Sorry, this wasn't to target you. It was
these
to
cards
like
are too
not
insane, Sparrow.
give.
I can't not take them. Sorry.
I mean, I would have traded any of these cards for a sheep.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't even have that right now. I literally only have wood.
I would have done it for wood as well.
Okay, fair enough.
Alright, Calcula. What do you need here?
About a wheat for
Should've
2
done that.
wood. I have to imagine somebody would consider this.
I cannot consider this. I only have wood and wheat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then I'm not really sure what kind of an option I have here. Felfer, what are you trying to acquire? Wheat?
Yes, I am looking for wheat. That's correct.
What are you offering?
I could have definitely made a deal with Sparrow there. And fell for,
I don't
like,
think
a
there's
full
anything I
purpose of
can
but
offer that you would take, to
I
be
don't know,
honest.
man. 8-3 city. Like,
Yeah, I mean, it's
Sparrow's
not going
really
for
double popping,
1
like, he can
wood
really
or
double
1
pop
sheep.
quickly.
Exactly. So. No, sorry, my hand isn't too big right now.
I want to do something. Do you have 2 wood?
No. I straight up don't have 2 wood.
I have 2 wood, but giving you the settle isn't really worth it for that.
How can I make it worth it?
You don't have good cards. I don't have any sheep. I literally only have wood and wheat.
Felfer, does that interest you? I mean,
No,
if you,
sorry, like,
if you
the
do that,
sheep-
I'll just 4-1 and pass.
Yeah, the sheep is very high value to me. I can't trade the sheep.
I mean, literally,
I'll
it
trade
would
you-
need to be like, I would literally need like the next 4. I'll need the brick, you know.
If you do this, I'm 4-1ing wood. I'll trade you back the sheep on your turn, Felfer. I swear to God, for 1
No, sorry.
Okay.
That's just a complicated
That's a risk.
3-for-1 trade. Or 3-for-2, yeah.
Yeah, it was 3 for 2, I think. I don't know. Whatever.
Okay, so Sparrow, I really need a wheat here, but I would rather block the 6 sheep. Are you trading for a wood?
What the hell?
Sorry,
Are you
can you
trading?
let me want to talk? What was it? Trading for what?
Yeah, wheat for wood and non-block.
Yes. Yes, let's do
Okay.
that.
Oh, fucking always.
You already paid the non-block. The solo's insane. I literally can't action.
Yeah, Sparrow, what do you think? Like, I think it's fine for me to just
mean-
block the 3 brick now.
I mean, yeah, if you steal from me, I'm not going to give you the card.
No, I'm not stealing. It's a non. Like, I'm giving you a non-steal.
You're giving him
Yeah.
non-block, non-steal. You're robbing me twice.
Yes,
What's the risk of the
that is.
dice?
I feel
Unfortunately
like
for you,
I feel
correct.
like you're just hitting me way too much. I'm gonna be soul stuck here. I can't do anything.
I mean,
I do think you're
yes.
giving Sparrow a bit of a pass with that insane setup.
I mean, I think so. He literally makes like
For-
my 6 is 1 or whatever. Like he makes 2 anytime.
Look, I'm not saying you're wrong, but
I mean, I think I've been stolen like every time in a row. Like every time.
Yeah, no, it's fair. He wanted the wheat. He wanted
Yeah.
a guaranteed wheat over
I stole from
50-50.
Fel for last time. I didn't steal from you last time.
Yeah. Like I knew that the 6s weren't going to roll forever. It was evident. So now, we get into the part of the game where it's like, well, basically, what the fuck do I do? I think it's extremely difficult with like very high variance, kind of low production, and only the 1 port. I don't have like the expansions are trash. I'm not even guaranteed to get them. It's rough. My only brick's blocked. I'm super limited here. This is very tough.
Sorry, my washing machine is making a racket, so I'm kind of distracted.
Yeah. Yep.
damn.
Hmm.
Man.
For future reference, like how receptive are you to like insurance and free card deals, Ian?
Yeah, you should have offered it. That would have been a good option. But to be fair, like I should have asked for it. That's the kind of thing where I'm not used to ever asking for insurance because
Yeah.
they don't let you do that in person.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, Dav, I got 2 wood here. If you want them back.
Oh, I got wood and something else. I don't know. It's just that I really like your spot here.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is just giving me flashbacks, man. I
Oh,
mean, I'm
I see,
interested
I
in
see.
what Ian's dev is, I suppose. But yeah, also, I mean, I'm definitely gonna review.
We already know, like, it's a non-knight, I think.
Do we know
You
that?
don't know
I
that,
don't
but
think we know that.
Oh, we don't? Okay.
nope.
That's unfortunate.
Okay.
9 being open was not planned.
Is there anybody with excess wood? Maybe somebody would consider this now.
This isn't better.
Wheat
than
is
it was
very
before.
rare.
I'm
Wow.
minus the card since last turn.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, I know Felfer, you said you have 2 wood, or I guess 1 got stolen. I don't know. What about
Yeah.
this?
Damn, that's a good trade, but it got hella stolen. Okay, wait, let's up the ante. What if I give you a wood ore? What can you do something extra then?
If you give me a wood ore for what?
Or like wheat sheep and something.
Well, I don't want to give up my wheat sheep. Huh.
Because then, yeah.
I mean, I think
yeah.
I could do this. I could actually do that, Ian, potentially. I think I would literally...
Do what? This or the original trade, David?
The original one. I can do that. I think I just, like... Can you trade 1 brick in the future of the 4 rolls? So I have, like,
Going
I
for
don't
future.
have a huge reason to do this, to be honest. If it's slightly okay. I have 2 wood and a wheat, right?
Okay. I will owe you a future brick.
All right. I mean, I think that's it.
Don't like
It
it.
might be a while or never.
Yeah. but I don't think I can risk 7ing out either, so.
Yeah.
All right. Belfer, back to you, bud.
Yeah.
Free the brick.
As you command.
Largest army.
Okay, so Dav, I agree that you are, yeah. I'm just looking for a sheep, really. And I'll give you a non-block for a sheep. Is that okay?
Where are you gonna put it?
I don't think
8
he's
sheep.
blocking you anyway.
Yeah, 8 sheep. 8 sheep.
Sure. Sure. Yeah, I said sure. I mean,
He's not blocking you anyway.
the thing is,
There
the,
was-
the 3's been blocked multiple times, and it's the only roll that lets me spend cards. So it's kind of.
Yeah.
Is that a dev? No way.
No, no. It was not.
I'll take that back. Thank you.
Oh,
Yeah,
man, I'm
enjoy
so
it.
glad.
Yeah, this is the time where I
Is it sick? No, it's just a dev. Okay.
city.
Oh my god.
Been too long since we rolled an 11. It is now just one off
Yeah.
the lead for most popular roll.
This is tragic.
Hell yeah.
0 3s.
Yeah, 0 3s.
Oh my god. This is actually
There
the
you
first
go.
7 I've rolled
Oh,
all
it's
game.
big, and Felfour doesn't have a knight. I think the 9 is good. But
But who do I rob? You all are doing great.
I mean, it looks like
I don't
Felfour's
think
on
I'm doing
6.
great.
I think Felfour's on 6. And he can.
I'm not taking that spot away from him, so he's got an open settle as well.
Yeah, and Roll's also a
I think
thing.
I'm just doing this as the most production best spot.
Yeah.
And
I think if
then
anything, Sparrow should buy more devs, maybe, because like Felfour's
I'm
completely uncontested.
trying.
Yeah.
Every time I've had the opportunity to, I have.
Yeah, I know.
I'm trying to think of what we rolled recently. Let's see.
I mean, Felfour's holding
That's-
2 ore right now, at least. No, he's holding 3.
Yeah,
It's
I know.
definitely worth the steal.
And
Oh.
I'd be willing to trade you an ore for
I
any
guess
card that
Cockle
you're
is-
offering.
No, wait, he's rotten. Oh,
And I know he's dropping.
I'm just gonna take it.
I think,
Sorry,
I think it's just
I
good
pass.
for every reason. Yeah. Huge, yeah.
nice block. Nice block. Yeah.
Oh, come
Okay.
on.
Okay. Okay.
Jeez.
Oh my god, 11s. It's ridiculous.
I mean, I have sheep if you need it, Sparrow. Oh, you don't have any cards.
Yeah. If are you going to be porting the sheep for ore anyway?
Yeah.
Do you want to do this as just the and then just say the sheep deal is like this is like a reverse?
Yeah,
Sheep
I
port.
see it. Yeah, sure, it works. I mean, you've
Alright.
requested
Where
extra
you go.
sheep from me.
We're even.
Yeah, kind of a reverse trade deal there. Okay. Oh, right. Okay, there is a brick there, Ian, my friend.
Yep, brick for whatever.
Yeah, where do you, I mean, do you want to settle the 11-5 as your 5th settlement?
One reason I want to I consider it is because you connecting through the middle
Yeah.
probably is your game plan to win this thing.
Yeah, it might be my only plan.
And it is scary. And honestly, like my very, very small chance of winning is creating some kind of road loop around the side of the map or something, even though that
Okay.
seems like a crazy long shot. So
I hear that. I think no matter who it is, there needs to be someone to play road because Felix is already going to settle for 7, and the road he's already closer to the road than anyone else. So I mean, obviously I'd like it to be me. It doesn't need to be me, but just so we kind of keep an eye on that. I don't think it's super scary for me to end up with road, but I acknowledge that like if you really want the 11-5,
I think that I can see a scenario where Ian's just looping the 9-10 and you only open up one settle spot on the 11-5.
I guess I'm just asking, what are you trying to get out of this, Dave? Like, what does it matter? You can't get it right now, or are you trying to hold
I
off
can't
on
get it
trading
right now.
for a
Yeah,
brick?
yeah,
Or you-
yeah. And also, I mean, it's your 5th settlement, so I would rather just figure it out peacefully. I mean, I'm literally on 4, and I think you're on
Yeah.
5, so yeah.
All right, so if I'm down to just say the 511 is yours, well, that's
Can do
a
this
thing that
trade if it's not another city.
you're offering a
don't
wood
use
to get an
cities, sorry.
ore.
Okay, sorry, Ian. So, I mean, are you willing to give me the 511?
Is there anything you can do for me on that front?
Yeah. I mean, if I
And
after that.
I'll tell you what, I'll ask for the same sheep port service at some point.
Okay, fair enough. Well, then let's do that, and I'll drop the road.
Okay. I can't speak for Felfer with a road building, but I will not be taking the 511.
Right, yeah. Hear that? Oh, too many cards. Okay. Interesting. Ooh.
There's
First three of the game.
It came up.
Also, imagine if the 3 rolled as much as the 11.
Yeah, I think the game would look very different.
Yeah.
I think it would have been blocked a few of those times.
Yeah, that's true. The 11 is rolled 7 times.
Oh yeah.
Thank you,
Okay.
Velfer. I didn't think you'd try and plow me, but I'm glad you didn't anyway.
Yeah, I think
he's he's doing
he was
okay.
stressing about it.
Well, but I mean, also like, I mean, that's clean 7. I think you don't even need to worry about it.
You sure do assume a lot of things, Dav.
I mean, it's either 7 or mono, basically. Go on, take the sheet.
Yeah, that must be the dev he had since like the first turn of the game.
That's the
Oh,
op.
there it is.
Yeah.
You know,
So yeah, I
that's
mean,
the city.
it is 7, regardless. Okay,
Oh my goodness.
you don't even have it. Okay, I have every resource.
Yeah, I was just thinking, is there a way of like getting me a pop and I give you insurance? All I need is a wheat.
Maybe, yeah. So what you need a wheat?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, definitely down to give you a dev, and also definitely down to not 7 out. Yeah, I mean, if I give you a free wheat.
Wait, did you say all you need is a wood?
Wheat?
Oh no, it's a wheat. All I need is a wheat.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give you a free wheat for insurance.
Yeah, because I think right now is like crucial that I buy a dev while he's got no devs and
I agree.
army's still at 3.
Are you porting to buy this?
No. I've got the ore and the sheep as well.
Okay, well, let me add some
But
extra cards then.
Yeah, I know that's not insurance yet.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not insurance
Okay,
yet.
well, let's
First,
do
there's gonna
this.
be another.
I have a lot of.
Yeah,
It's
so
almost
I-
all sheep, so I need
I
to.
pop. It doesn't matter what card I get,
Okay.
and I just hold a bunch of sheep for you.
Yeah, that's exactly it, right? Nice.
Psych.
It's just mono.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, an 11. Great. We haven't rolled that in a while.
Okay, so, well, the wood was actually originally mine, but I think you're holding 4 of my sheep.
It was 5
yeah,
for 1.
Yeah. Because one of the sheep is
Exactly,
mine,
yeah.
so it's 4 sheep. Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's do the 5 because I need to get the wood back, and then I'll like do
Yeah,
the 5
and then
flip
it's
it.
sheep for wood.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's you. Okay, I'm just making sure I'm not like getting squash scammed or something. I'm trading with the wrong person. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Still 9 cards.
Yeah, seven of which is sheep, which is.
I mean,
exciting.
as long as Cochlear doesn't have a mono, I do think I prefer Cochlear with road.
Yeah, could be. I mean, it's also not set in stone at all. I just really wanted to have a safe settle spot more than anything. If the game goes.
I think you would be very happy with a 4 because it would fill in your hands so nicely and it would give me a bunch of bricks.
Look, we both are rooting for the 4 to roll.
If
yes,
you could play
indeed.
the Alchemist from that Catan other,
you're playing
duels
CK.
game,
CK's good.
it's 4 time.
Ah.
Are we really playing this game?
It's up to you. You're thinking of popping, right? Or are you thinking of
Yeah,
sitting?
I mean, it's just like to what end? Like, only really the mono is good.
That's true.
I mean, I think robber control is pretty important.
I do.
If we don't keep
agree, but
I think road builder's also not bad for
the
you.
thing is, I literally can't really do anything else. Yeah, road building is good. Like, I can't settle.
Yeah.
I can't city. I can't even really build a row properly. Classic.
I'm channeling the mono / road builder.
All right, here comes another 11.
Should channel that.
Nope,
Oh,
not an 11.
Rule.
Okay. I mean, there is a world where I end up getting, like, some dirty
Wow,
army
not even much I can do here right now.
love it.
I guess just that.
Devs are not bad. Like, low production.
Mm.
Well, somewhat low, but like if I can.
Okay, I
end
mean,
up-
Cochlear, let's get you up and running. Because I have the ore. if you're interested.
It sounds good, but my hand's a lot of wood and a dev card.
Okay. What I'm thinking. So you need 2 ore for the city, right?
Yeah. Yeah, like, I mean, I'll be honest, this does in fact give me a city.
Yeah. Okay. So that's a really shitty ass trade for me.
Yep.
That's maybe the
So-
only fair deal possible. That's crazy.
No, because I'm 3-for-1ing my cards.
Yeah, but I mean, if the 4
So-
rolls, you instantly have winning rolls for the next
Well,
one.
let him talk it out. Time's limited. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Yeah, I don't at all have winning rolls here.
If you city, I'm saying if the 4 pops, you will be able to win by the next turn by just hitting 2 rolls.
So I'm just thinking like a future wheat trade. I can trade you ore or something, but just a future wheat trade.
And you would accept this?
Exactly. Just any 1-for-1 future wheat, and I'll give you the city here.
Oh man, he's just so ahead.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I can't say no to that. I'm too far behind to turn down such opportunities.
Yeah, it's a really
Yeah.
tough spot. So I think Felfour is like so far ahead. If a 4 pops here, the whole game's on a timer.
Mm-hmm. So let's
So I'm
see.
still
more-
on 7 points like that. You could go to 8 with road.
No, that's not true.
There's still very much of a
If
battle.
you roll a 4 here, you go to 8, and literally 2 rolls wins you the game. I
Yeah,
haven't
but
even got
that,
a point on it.
I agree with you. But I'm also saying that it's not like I'm the crazy strongest here.
No, it is. It actually is, especially because of a wheat trade.
No,
I'm serious.
we're-
I'm very sorry. I'm
we're-
very sorry about that.
Okay, I hear ya.
No one's even close to roll. There isn't even a brick.
Okay, so Cochlea just took.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, I mean,
Dave doesn't like
if
it,
you
but
don't
it's
have
still
the
6 sheep.
Romano, I'll block the 8 sheep.
I have a knight.
Okay, then I'll just block the 8 sheep.
You're talking.
Unfortunately,
What?
Sparrow is in the way.
What?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Sparrow.
What? No way.
sorry. Look, I think if that had like Cochlea has a non-knight.
It's
Okay.
just cut out completely. I can't hear anything anyone's saying.
Oh,
What was said that caused me to get stolen from there?
You said if I don't have a mono, then you'll block the 8, and I said I have a knight.
mono or VP.
Right.
Yeah. And like Cochlea, yeah, I think well, yeah.
What happened that caused me to get robbed there?
That I wanted to put the robber on Cochlea. That was all.
Oh man.
Oh, it's so good.
Good block.
Every time.
Yeah, I mean, this is really dire. There's just aren't enough cards on the table.
Yeah, I mean, I don't produce any ore because the 5's not rolling, so I can't even pop.
Yep.
Oh, there's no like a wild card trade offer.
No, that was on the short list. It's a good one though.
Oh, I'm lucky like that, huh?
Apparently.
Okay, now you're also going for
I
RB
bet-
here, Dev. So I think I
I
just.
better not getting stolen here again.
No, Sparrow, you're not ever getting stolen here. I promise.
You just stole from me
David's-
last time.
No, I
well
didn't.
far ahead of us.
You did steal from me.
Oh, sorry, but what I mean is that I didn't promise not to steal from you. Okay, so Cochlea, here's the
Yep.
future wheat.
Deal is a deal.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Can't stop.
Dude, these numbers are just ridiculous this game.
Okay. Dav, do you have a knight?
Yeah.
They're more 2s than 5s.
Yeah, you have a knight.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess you're the army player then, because I there's no ore on the table and I have a saddle in hand, so I'm gonna take it.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna steal the wheat from Felfour.
Come get it. Come get it.
So I wouldn't say. I mean, not that it really. I don't think it really matters right now, Ian. But I don't think it's fair to say that I'm well ahead of you. I mean, you're on 6. You can actually settle quickly.
All right. I
don't
think that we really need to get Ian Road this turn.
I think,
Unless we start rolling 4s. I mean, if we roll a few 4s in a row, then I'm
yeah,
doing
let's roll
something.
about
But
the
if we don't, I'm just kind of a
Maybe
dead
we
player,
should talk
really.
to my turn, but there's just no cards.
Yeah, I mean, I also need to buy a dev, to be honest.
Yes.
I mean, I have
Do
2
you
wood and a wheat.
do you happen to have any sheep? Because like we
No.
could port for the brick,
I have 2 wood and
for
a wheat.
example. Two wood and a wheat.
I know Ian has a
sucks.
sheep. He just got traded one.
Hmm.
I mean, I could give you a wood each and get a dev and potentially get the army seal next turn, or at least keep up. That's kind of the only way I see it changing.
I don't know. That kind of sets me back a little, and it doesn't. It's a pretty thin margin.
Well, but I mean, the sheep can't be that good, and I can still like port sheep. I mean, I still owe you a sheep port service. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
literally
one of
the
these
game.
days I'll actually get sheep.
I mean, I'm literally on 5. I think without Felfour losing army, I don't think there's any prospects like at all.
Right. So if you get army now, you're on 7 and Felfour's on 5. I guess he does have 2 extra devs.
I can't even get it now though. He probably does have a 9, and if he doesn't, then he's on 9. So I think it's the right call.
He's actually.
Well, one of his is a. Oh, right, it was
he's on
your
6
planning.
maximum minimum, I think. He's definitely.
I just don't have anything else to offer. I mean, in this surgery, all I have.
Calculate. Just make sure.
Alright, are you in on this?
In the
'Cause
future.
I will.
Just make sure you're getting something in the future
Sorry,
here.
Hey, Felfour. What's the idea? Is it involving both of us?
Yeah, it is. It is. I'm gonna give you each a wood. It's the only way.
Okay, so you're giving us both a woods, and I'm giving you an ore for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ian
Yeah,
has
yeah.
an ore. Yeah.
We're making sure that Felfour's like got in like a more narrow window.
Yeah,
right.
It all makes sense.
I mean, unless he just straight up has road builder VP, in which case we've got to get road right now, which we can't.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's like super dire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, okay. Yeah, there's just nothing, is there?
Bad. You got
GG.
the red trade there as well.
No.
Not GG.
What a stinker.
I wish I was on
I feel like I picked
one
so
more
bad
point
as well.
so that
I don't know.
me
Man.
saying GG would be
Let me look at it after. I just
premonition
don't
of
really
me
know.
actually winning on my turn.
I don't know which goated combination I have a good chance to get here. Sure, someone will tell me after.
I guess it's mono time.
No, I mean he's not monoing because he's not getting any cards from Dav, and he can't.
What
get
else would he be
anything
thinking about? There's nothing else to think about. It's
What
definitely a
the-
mono.
Oh, I'm an idiot. No, I'm an idiot once again. That was a terrible mono.
Lucky us, I guess.
Yeah,
Need to survive.
How
a
Dave
little
got the night. I guess we'll find out.
terrible mono. That's all there was.
The most tragic timing ever to not pull the night, man. Dude,
Yep,
it's
fuck
so
me.
bad. That just
Oh,
lost-
I'm
that
getting
just lost
roasted
the
in
game.
Dav's chat right
I
now.
just lost the game.
Belfry, you know what's better than one mono?
What?
Just kidding.
Okay.
Man. That's crazy. There's no way.
Okay. I mean, we gotta. Do you have a knight, Dav? Do you have it?
Honestly, no.
I mean, like we'd find out in your turn anyway, because you're definitely playing if you have
Oh, I
it.
already said honestly.
All right. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely popping here. I hope that we get a roll to
Yeah.
maybe what's it called?
Unless you want to give the pop to Dave because there's actually a chance, but then again, I don't know. That just puts Dave on 8 even if he gets it.
He's currently at 0 cards.
That's the
Yeah.
bigger risk, I think. Yeah, but
Well, he probably won't be in a second.
it's tough.
Oh, great, an 11. Well, that'll lock it in.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Well,
I mean, dude, we have 7 cards.
he's on me to play it.
Okay. To be honest, the Davbav is a road builder, so
Road building. I knew you were going to say that.
So there you go.
I mean,
yeah.
we got to get you road then.
I'm not
And
gonna
then
get the army,
we got-
so yeah, I have 3
Yeah.
sheep in hand. If I get a sheep or a wood, I can connect, and that will at least save that from ending this time.
All right, sheep for non-sheep. I got you.
Well, specifically sheep for wood or brick.
I've got an
Or
ore
free
which
sheep.
I would trade for sheep here.
No, I'm saying I see. You need like a free sheep, basically, right?
A free sheep or a 1-for-1 wood or brick. That's the only way I can do it. Yeah.
I don't have wood and I don't have brick. You monoed all the wood, and
Yeah.
there is no brick.
Yeah.
So
okay.
I will give you a free sheep because we just have to.
Yeah. What other card do you have? That's not sheep.
Wheat.
Okay. So
You
do
walk me
the-
through it.
Yeah, we'll do this, and then we'll 1-for-1 back, and then we're going to flip it for 2 sheep. I'm going to put the wheat back into your hand and take the 2 sheep out.
Okay.
I mean, like, I could also theoretically buy a dev, but then
No,
he
no, no.
takes
You
road.
got you got the
so-
road builder, so
Yeah.
and he's just monoed the wood. So
Yeah. Good. Well,
at this point, we got to do that.
how insane is that, man? I mean, this is like the most grubby, dirty position to be in.
I told you road builder was a good card to get.
Just fighting for our lives out here. Man. This is so brutal. Need a 7. Oh.
Oh,
4.
It was not road. What happened to the? Did he just hold the wood? Oh my god! So he passed with the wood.
he
6
held
wood.
wood, yeah.
Yeah. So it's 6 wood, a brick, and then sheep or.
Well, you bought a
Yeah.
dev already.
Yeah. So that's after the dev. It's 11 pot.
6 wood, a brick, and sheep ore.
Yeah. So the second dev could have actually been the game. Holy shit.
I mean, it would definitely have been game if we didn't get you the longest road, so at least there's
Yeah.
that.
Yes, that's right.
Wow, man. I mean, I was just thinking, what a terrible time to put a knight, though. To not put a knight, I would have just had the switch.
Yeah, that was the perfect time to get a knight. And didn't have to.
Okay, actually, hold on. I mean, unfortunately, I mean, I don't really want. I'd rather Ian didn't
well,
also play for
okay.
road, but yeah. The flip doesn't
I
work.
have a knight which I'm gonna play here.
Okay.
I wanna be able to pop again,
Okay.
so that I have a chance of taking army,
I'm in
which I
favour.
probably won't. But I gotta keep blocking, right?
I believe in it. Yeah.
Where do you think I should be blocking? And
11 or.
Kind of weird you're moving it. I know you're not moving it on 9 or.
And I think
And
I just-
11s
I
have been so hot, it's kind of ridiculous, but I don't know what else you block.
would you rather that I pop first to see if I get a knight and then play a knight?
How?
What's the
How would you do that? Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, because like if I got the trades
wouldn't-
beforehand,
well,
then we can figure out.
Yeah. But
If I get a non-knight, then I wouldn't play the knight.
Right. But it also kind of gives him information.
What do you need to pop?
I need a wheat to pop.
I think we can make the card exist just because we have like enough cards, but I mean, I do think it's worth just putting the pressure, just playing the knight to put pressure and not letting him know what you've pulled.
That's true.
Maybe.
So I'll play the knight,
Yeah.
steal from him, and then we'll see what I get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll get you a
Yeah,
dev either
yeah.
way, and then just not.
It's either
tell
like
him.
6 wood or
I think the
11
11 is like literally 4 cards. Like it's.
11s have been completely bonkers.
It's just like if it
11
does roll,
sheep.
it's bad. I think the 11 or.
I would say go for it because you gotta hurry up.
I mean, I think
Your
the
clock's
order
moving.
cities. I don't know why the
Right.
sheep.
So I got a wood, so I've got a wood, sheep, and ore, and I need to make a wheat somehow.
You have a wood sheep and an ore.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
Like if, for example, I got like a free wood from both of you, it gives Ian insurance, and then it means that I'm not like
yeah.
taking too much from one person.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's okay.
I don't know if I'm in for that though. Like I know insurance would be great here, but my hand's like actually finally actionable, and like giving away anything to help you get a dev makes it so I can't do anything. I mean, I guess the odds are I'm going to end up with another wood soon enough.
I think it's almost guaranteed. I mean, like,
Yeah, I think you're gonna get a wood.
Doesn't Dav just have 2 wood?
yeah, I do have
Yeah,
2
unless
wood,
that
but
was-
I'm on 7. I think if Ian keeps all his cards, he may also just like play for the road, and I don't really have an alternative game plan.
I'm a pretty long ways from playing for road, but I guess never say never.
So 4 is 3 brick. I mean, I think the deal giving Ian insurance is probably still better. I don't want Ian to 7 out either. I don't know. Ian, are you super sure? Because it's not like I need
This
the
is
wood
kind of
myself that much. I could trade the wood for a sheep.
Trying to figure out what I want to give up for the insurance.
You're only giving the wood
What?
because I need the wood.
I can port you. I mean, if you have extra sheep, I still owe you a port service, Ian.
Yeah, I don't.
Okay.
All right, I'll give you a free wood for insurance reasons and whatnot.
Right. Great.
So it's going to be 1 for 1 back.
Yes. We've done that, and now this way.
Same thing, I guess.
Same thing. And back
Man,
in.
this is such a dirty end game, and we're still gonna lose.
Yep.
We're still
There's a whole lot of
pulling non-knight, and we're gonna be crying.
window dressing on nothing special.
All right.
Don't say what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a reason I spoke before pulling it.
Yeah. What could Felix have? He could have anything here.
I'm full of magic.
Yeah. Ian, do you need wood or sheep?
I don't.
I don't even know
Think
what
so,
you
not
have that's
with-
good, but like I would trade I guess a wood for a sheep, or I mean, sheep for a wood's kind of weird, but
No, unfortunately, like as things stand right now, I don't think I have a good trade with you.
yeah,
Just you have to take my word for it.
that's fair enough.
I don't want to just tell you everything in my hand, but
I mean, I have a general idea. It's
No.
just a bit. I also don't
on
know
my
what to do.
turn, depending on what rolls, I might be willing to grovel for a wood, which would be ridiculous given my setup.
Right. Yeah.
But I just can't proactively give away good resources for wood.
No, that's fair enough. I'm just considering if there's a road risk, like if you put a road builder 5.
I mean, why not head to the 6-2? It's not bad for you.
I just don't have brick, and porting 2-for-1 to build a road into what might get settled on with a road builder is like really bad. It's kind of weird.
What would you trade for a brick?
I mean, I literally only have wooden sheep, and my alternative would be for 2-for-1 the sheep, I guess.
Hmm.
No, yeah.
But I'm like at 7 cards, which kind of sucks.
Yeah, I mean, if the wood for the brick gives you the road settle in hand, then sure, I'll build a road.
Would you do a wood sheep for a brick, but the sheep has to be delayed because I want to I don't want to drop half.
So
Like I'll give you a
free
brick
sheep
for a
later.
wood and a sheep.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
then sure.
No, I'm giving you a brick for a wood and
I
a
know,
sheep.
I know. But we need to do it 1-for-1 first.
Yeah, okay, yep.
Before you go over.
Wait, isn't this road settle?
No, it's not. Road settle? No.
Oh, okay, my bad. Oh, you're just building. Okay,
Yeah, so then I just owe Ian a free sheep.
I see.
Yeah. So
So then, like, whatever card, I mean, like that.
basically I just do I just do this and then I flip it 1-for-1.
Yeah.
Okay. So now sheep for wood.
Yeah.
Oh. I see you're all over it already. Okay.
Am I the only person? I heard some.
I desperately needed 3-for-1 port.
Is anyone else hearing
All right, that's-
Ian kind of robotic, or is it just me?
Do I sound weird?
No, sounds fine
Yeah.
to me.
Hold on. Yeah, I don't know. Something's. Oh, nice insurance.
Yay!
Huh, that might be game.
Right, he had a knight, so Ian
Ooh.
continues.
Okay, I can't hear anyone right now, just FYI, so I just have to restart my audio. Okay, I am pro full block.
I'm definitely I'm playing the knight and putting on the 4, right?
Yeah, he makes
Yeah.
Trolls of War, so definitely that.
Here we go.
Okay, nice
Oh.
roll. Nice roll.
Ooh,
for
10.
the
That's a
team.
fun one.
That's a hand on blocker
Yeah,
because we've got a bunch of cards together,
that's great. That's
and I
really
can
good.
pop if I get sheep.
Okay, where are we on knights, by the way? There's 11 knights played. Oh man.
So there's only 3 knights left in the deck, right?
Oh, fewer, depending on what Felful has.
Yeah, there's 3 knights.
Well, I'm saying that we don't know about.
Yeah.
There's I mean it's likely that Felfer pulled 1 knight in his 3 devs, maybe 2, but
I mean, it
it's
could be
still
just
worth-
a race
it's still
to the
worth
last.
popping
I
anyway.
mean, if it's
Because
a
I mean,
stream, it's still
Your probably
technically-
only path to winning is you buy 2 knights and we survive 2 turns.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, like, I'm
that-
willing to trade 2-for-1. I feel like I would rather trade 2-for-1 than give a free card, if that is better for you.
would you do like a 2 for 3 so it gives you insurance?
What is this you're offering?
Yeah.
It's also giving you the
for
ore which you
insurance.
don't make. So
Yeah. I mean, for insurance, it's okay.
all right,
It's
Here we
not-
go.
Here we go.
moment of truth.
Is that two?
I mean, it is 2. Yeah,
good,
I'm
good.
gonna
Yeah.
I'm not gonna pull a knight here. I'm gonna pull a mono and a VP.
Here we go. All right. Wow.
I
Time
may
will
or may
tell.
not have been correct.
Wow. Okay. Oh
The
boy.
insurance saved you.
Nice insurance.
Oh boy. It's just insane. Okay. Well, this is a spot where it's like, is popping good or bad? I actually don't know, and I don't think I can get Sparrow to tell me either.
4 devs left, yeah.
Because if I pulled the final remaining knight, if that's it, I've slaughtered the table's chances.
Yeah, I wish I could give you advice here, but I don't know whether it's the best or not.
But it's tough. We just don't know what's in there. Like, it's so crazy.
Yeah.
Because if I had info, it'd be like, maybe go for the VP.
I
don't know. I actually don't. I don't know if there's a situation where it's good. Maybe there is.
I think that your path to victory is most likely through citying up and settling, but
rolling sixes.
Yeah, I mean, I think I need to get to the 6-2 to be honest.
The risk of you pulling a knight is an issue. That's
I'm not really going 6-2 any like.
Yeah, but if I literally pull the last knight, like, it's okay. Let me give it a think.
Yeah, but the thing is that
I think
unless Felful has
think
2
you just got
knights,
to.
I think it's not. I mean, I'm just gonna do this. I kind of think this is better anyway.
Yeah, I think this is better for the table just to leave it alone.
I can't risk getting it. And Felful doesn't have cards to pop right now. I think that's also a big contributor.
I mean, the thing is, I think he might just win on his turn in all likelihood.
Well, he's only got
I guess
2
he only has
cards.
2 cards, though.
Yeah,
I don't think he can because
There's still another mono out there. It could easily be mono, drop a city, VP victory.
Yes, that's possible. And I don't know. Have we seen 2 yachts? We haven't.
For now, I'm considering buying. I'm considering buying a dev, even though I know like we have this weird situation. Because honestly, I just want the point.
Like, it could be the difference between like you actually having winning. Like, I think right now, if you bought any dev, you're not gonna have winning chances. But if Sparrow can actually get army, I don't know.
Yeah, the thing that doesn't give Cochlea the win.
Definitely. I mean,
It
it gives
will
him,
give all the
gives him a way
Sparrow.
better chance. I mean, he just needs a couple of 4s to pop. And
No,
he can
like if
build points.
he's sacrificing this for the table, then I don't think he ever wins before me, Dav, or like Sparrow if he gets army.
Sacrifice. Who wins? Can only wins quickly. I mean, if you're on 9 right now, the only way to take you down is to get.
Interesting
Sparrow.
that Felfer is arguing for me to buy the dev, which makes it sound like.
And he also
maybe
tried to get me
Felfer
not to buy.
doesn't have the
That
right.
makes me think he thinks
No.
that there's nice.
I'll make this easy for you. I'm gonna play a knight here anyways.
Yeah, that's fine. Then there's still another one somewhere that makes a
Yeah,
difference.
but like the thing is,
it's more important for me to.
I really think that unless Cochlea gets some lucky devs here, I personally don't see how he would
Yeah, I don't
win
know how I
before
win.
anyone else.
Yeah, I think that's from your perspective.
And there's only 4 left. They might all be gone.
Honestly,
you know?
I think Felful losing
Yeah.
arm is your only chance to have any chance to win at all. I think you just need time.
All right, I pass. I bought a dev. I'm not saying what it
You got
is.
silver tongued by Felful there. I don't think that was good.
Felfer, your turn, buddy.
Yeah. Look, I don't think I'm wrong when I'm saying that like Sparrow getting army is good for Sparrow and Dav, but I don't
Obviously,
see
it's good
how
for everyone
that's
because
good.
everyone gets time. Like,
Well, it's good for me because you're like literally about to win, Felfer. That's why it's good for Sparrow to
it's
get
the only
army.
way. No one else is.
Oh
no one
yeah,
else is
sorry,
remotely
but
close.
like
everyone.
yeah, sorry, I'm just trying to explain.
I mean, that's just to me. That's just table talk straight up. There's no.
Yeah.
Okay. Somehow I just need to keep Felful no cards, and then I just roll
Right, well,
nothing and win.
I'm continuing to move it off your 6.
Here we go.
Yeah.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Incredible.
So now I've got to buy.
Dude, can we just not roll a 6-1 orbit? Like, my god.
Yeah, it's insane, right?
Yeah, right now we're popping.
Oh man. Oh Ian, I really hope you didn't get the knight there. It's
You
unlikely.
don't have any ore. You don't have any ore, Dav, but
I
I
mean-
think you might have extra wood.
I definitely do.
So I would trade you the brick I just stole
Okay.
for and I'm giving you insurance. You're getting the sheet back.
And that's the
I give you the sheet back, but because that's the insurance part of it. But I'm importing the wood for the ore, which I need to buy Dev.
Yeah.
And there
actually
is
okay-
only
I'm
one.
okay with that.
There is only one left.
I know.
But every card that's not a knight is also good to have not other people own.
Yeah, sure.
I
That's fine.
said words that
Yeah,
they
that was something like English, I
weirdly
think.
together. So if I pull the last night, then I get army, which is good for the table, and if I don't, then I probably do stuff which
Yeah,
might hurt you,
strange
but
spot.
might not. Yeah, it's an interesting spot.
Oh,
Yeah, insurance works.
insurance did
If
work.
he got
and
the knight.
Dude, all we do is roll sixes and save Dave from sevening out.
Sparrow if he got
Like
the
that's
knight.
that's been the game like every orbit.
It's honestly true.
Just ask,
I
ask him.
no, I don't think that you need to know that.
Why are
because
you completely?
It's because everything I say is going to give more information what the last two devs are.
Oh, okay. Okay, I see. But I think it's important for the Rob because if you take army here, it's just
Well, but
I mean,
I didn't know that, and I think you could. I mean, if it's not army, then you have.
But that's why you
right?
should have asked him.
No, but if it's not, then you basically have rolls, right? I mean, the 4 and 11 would be the game.
I mean, no matter if I pull the knight or not, he still probably might have rolls to win.
I mean, even if
And
Sparrow
if I-
flips
if-
it, you also like maybe 7, maybe 8. I think you're on 9.
Yeah, like the point difference is still insane, even if, right?
It's not do a lot
and now
for
all we
me.
need to do is pop
What do I do?
pop the mono VP and settle 6-12. Oh, crazy. Keeping Felf alone cards has actually worked here. Big 3. Not losing road to Copley. I think that's out the window now.
What do we just draw? And then
Really needs Sparrow to pull the knight here, dude. It's so crucial.
yeah, I think I'm just passing here. Not very exciting.
Oh,
Another 3.
Yeah.
The 11's dried up and the 3's picked
Well,
up.
Look out, 11. Here come 3s.
Third 3.
Well,
Oh,
thankfully, I did
Oh
pull
my
the
god, it actually
Wow.
worked. Holy
dude,
moly.
how many
I
fucking
pulled the
knights
one
can
in
this guy
three.
pull?
It actually worked.
Now
That's
Dave is
unbelievable.
crushing, so I
Yeah,
think
now
it's
it's just
6.
Yeah,
cheat
hit
sheet,
me, that's
otherwise you're
fine.
crazy.
I have no complaints.
Fuck me.
That's
That mono
so-
was so shitty.
That's so massive, dude.
I'm really sorry about that, Phil. For it just worked out perfectly that way.
It really did.
Well. Okay, so basically VPs are out. Sorry, knights are out. 2 devs left. I mean, I'm 1 card off the road settle. The pop scene's good. Dude, Ian could be on 8
Oh.
too.
Oh boy.
11, 14 knights. I mean, it's definitely a non-knight. What could it be? Could it be a road builder ever? Road builders, I mean,
So now we know that.
shit. Ian might have a road builder. There's at least a 50-50 to not be a road builder. I think.
Well, Ian's not taking road.
Don't think so.
No,
That's just.
but he could still be on 8.
Oh my god.
No,
Yeah, she doesn't
oh,
really-
come
holy
on,
shit.
man.
Dude, what a 7.
Yeah,
I'm
F
telling you, man. If
ML.
I had bought the dev and then Ian bought
probably
the dev,
11 sheep.
the army would have been impossible to take. Now I actually have a chance. This was, I swear to God.
Dude, don't tell me where to put it when I'm mourning my hand.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a really sad 7 for him.
Yeah.
I really have to think through what to drop here, but I have 10 seconds. This sucks. Damn.
I know. Also, I could have
Damn,
dropped the
damn.
road to 6-12.
Um,
But, like, what if road builder? I don't know. I guess it's kind of the same either way, but.
Dave,
sheep
Dave,
is also
Dave, you're
valuable,
by
right?
far the closest to winning.
Drop the road to 50-50 to lose a sheep, which might make the difference. to 6-12 or something, like 6 and then
Roll a
7,
6, you probably kind of win anyway, so I'm just gonna go with this.
Oh.
My break.
And what did? Oh no, you did. Damn. All right. Dave might legit win on his turn.
Yep. Another 6. He probably has it.
Possible.
Alright.
Possible.
It's a very weak
Oh.
mono of war.
I was wondering what
But-
that was.
You didn't even mono that.
I know,
He's-
dude. I had winning rolls that turn. Oh my god,
Yeah,
that was such a
four-
brutal
four
7.
I
was-
might still
What was
lose.
winning, I
Like,
think,
what
for
the
you?
heck?
That was such a brutal 7.
Okay, I mean I might still legit lose. Ian's definitely.
Gosh darn it,
with
man.
unsettled.
Huh.
Oh,
He gets it.
Yep.
Maybe I should have.
So it goes, man.
Built
Okay,
Sorry.
so
At some point,
who?
we just have to stop rolling infinite sixes. I can't do everything.
Gonna try and get it
Okay,
flipped
so
with
who
the cost.
wants Felfer to
want the cost.
go and build on the
I could have built
612?
the road, but this, I mean, this was possible.
612.
He might be on.
Yeah, he has road settle
I
on
mean,
6.
I see what you're saying,
That's good. That's good, of
Could have
course.
built the road.
But do we have the cards between us?
I have 3 wood. What's y'all's hand?
They don't have it. I know they don't have it. There's no way.
2 wheat and a sheep.
Actually, oh, the 3? No, Ian spent
Okay,
it.
2 wheat and a sheep. Yeah, sparrow.
We can't do it because we need all the cards and we can't give you them for free.
Yep. Can you build 2 roads?
I don't want to 7 out.
You can just block it that way.
Oh,
I don't even have
I
that.
have 3 wood.
No, there's no way.
I know. So I'm saying, like, we can't get you road settlement, but
maybe.
can we get you 2 roads
Oh, maybe.
and
Yeah, I
nothing
think
else?
roads is probably the way to do then.
Yeah, I should have
Okay,
dropped the road.
so
I'm
do
actually a
we
donkey.
have that then?
Yeah, we do.
I don't know.
We do. If I trade the brick and
Oh, you have brick.
I have
Oh, yeah, the
I have,
3-roll.
I have a brick, but
Yeah,
the
then we
problem
have
is
a
we don't
weak
have a
one.
second brick, which we'd have to port
Yeah, yeah.
for.
So you would have to give me like a
It's
brick and
longer,
sheep,
I
and
think.
Kakya has to give me
Shit.
2 sheep.
Well, I have
should've
1
definitely
sheep and
built
2
it.
wheat.
Oh,
Honestly.
2 wheat. Yeah, yeah. So
That's
Sparrow,
gonna
do you
cost
have a
me.
wheat and brick?
I have a wheat and a brick I can do for, is it a wood? Wheat brick for wood?
Yeah, I mean, I'm.
I mean, they have to be free cards, but yeah,
Yeah, exactly. I no.
we're just throwing 2 roads out there. Sure.
Yeah, I can't pay for that. I think.
This is to make sure that he can't road settle.
What's your third? It's got to be free here.
Yeah, but so it has to be like this. And then he's got to give you a free
Shit.
A
one
free
free
wheat.
wheat.
Yeah.
Free wheat.
Damn.
So this back Sparrow.
Oh, I'll take that trade.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Ah, mate, that's such a mistake, man. I really should have just
And
built
yeah,
the road.
this.
I'm such a city salt.
Yep.
I'm gonna 7 out and lose as well. They're gonna rob me.
Oh wait, no,
it's-
it's got to be. It's one. What's your third card? It was a sheep.
Sparrow's
Yeah,
on 8 too,
there.
I think.
Yeah.
The last dev.
What do you need the sheep for?
is probably
It's
the
so
road.
To
funny
give
how
one for
it's
one
just
back,
gone
so
the
the
other
wheat
way.
is for free.
3, 4.
Before we were trading all our cards to stop.
Didn't he give you an extra wheat then?
No,
This is a crazy
You have a
game,
3-to-1
so-
port. Why did he give you 2 wheat?
there. Now I'm gonna 3 for 1. And
Yeah, but didn't you end up with an
just
extra
took
wheat
an
out of it?
extra- you
no,
took an
I
extra-
have a wood in hand.
Yeah, exactly. You took an extra card from me.
No, that was my wood all along. You just gave me like 2 free cards each.
Yeah. Okay,
That was
as long
all
as
that
you.
Okay, it's fine.
I should have built the road. I had a road in hand.
Well, you just wasted
come
your
on.
time.
Felfer, I
I'm
think
so
that we
bad.
need to get me the last dev.
It doesn't matter. He just ports for a city at this point.
Well, no,
Okay.
it doesn't. It does matter because if the last card's a VP,
It matters. It matters. Okay,
Okay.
so Sparrow. Okay, I'm gonna ask you this. You, cause. No,
So-
wait. The last. No, wait. No. The last dev is just a
I
road
don't
builder.
actually. I can play the card. No, I can play my road builder. I have a road builder.
Okay.
No way.
I'll just play it if you want me to.
Okay, but
Wait,
you-
wait, wait, that's
if I'm gonna
important.
trade
Wait, hold
you
on.
dev here,
If
Sparrow,
you
you're-
curl through the 310, he literally can't drop a settlement.
Yeah, look, Sparrow, here's the thing though. If I'm gonna give you this dev card, which is like almost, yeah, most likely a VP, I need you to waste the road builder. You can't open up settles with it.
okay, no, you gotta, yeah, that's true.
So build the road builder between the 3 sheep and the 10 wheat, and then Dave can literally, unless I'm mistaken, I think he can literally not build a settlement
I made
anywhere
such
on the
a big
map.
mistake, man. I'm gonna lose.
Okay,
I'm such a noob.
yeah.
So,
I mean, 6 is still winning, but I'm
So
such a
I've got to
noob.
play the road builder to just open up no settle spots. And
yeah.
Fuck.
could we
11's
find
also
out whether it's a
winning.
VP
11 and
first?
6 are
Because
winning.
that kind of matters. Because if it's not a
But-
VP, then he wins in his turn anyway.
It's obviously
So could we at least?
We're
do
giving
that?
you if he wins anyway, he
I
wins
understand,
anyway.
but okay, no. This is a scenario. Is that if it's
Okay, so
if
I
it's
just
a
have
yacht,
2
then
VPs.
I'm
I got
screwed.
2 VPs here.
Yeah, I know you have two VPs.
Is this a spot?
Okay,
Where I should just,
and-
No, I'm just saying that
you know, just
if it's a yop, then I'm.
mess them up.
Actually, it doesn't
25
matter
seconds.
because
Yeah.
he'll
He
just
wants
win.
the op anyways. Yeah.
25 seconds. 20 seconds.
I'm just asking to do the trade and pop first. I will
10
play,
seconds.
if I pull a VP, then I'll do the road
Okay,
builder like
So,
that.
so
can you
bad.
just give a future free ore back then?
Shit.
Yes.
Okay.
Please
There's
do
no
this.
left. I mean, I could take that. I could take that.
Okay, it was a VP, so I'm
Yeah.
playing the road builder like you told me to.
Alright.
Yeah, so up and right.
Okay.
All right, now 7 or
Oh,
bust.
I missed it.
Do you have the port for City anyway? Oh wait, he's only on 8,
I
but he
don't have
has a dev.
Yeah.
I don't
No,
have
he doesn't. I don't exactly. He doesn't have it.
I lost myself the game for sure by not going 6-12 though. That was super bad.
Yeah.
Let's avoid any Dembski shenanigans.
Okay. Well, yeah.
There are no knights.
Let's see if you roll a 6-3
There
or
are no
11.
knights, there are no
There are no
monos.
devs.
What is
Yeah.
the last dev?
You're
It's
just
the
you're
yacht.
just waiting for the
Wait,
just the yacht. It's just your yacht.
who's got the yacht? Sparrow?
I mean, if it's not you, then it's Ian.
I guess. Oh man, what a silly Billy I am.
I have this weird policy of never telling people what my devs are. I know people love to just announce what their devs are for strategy reasons, but I don't do it.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I just
It
regret
was important
that I
for
would have
me
already won the
to
game. I'm so
to be a
bad.
bit open at the end there because there was only one dev left.
My port.
I'm so bad. I can't believe that.
Yeah.
I can't, dude.
I mean, I can be. I just have the op. I try to trick
Oh, you
Dav
have
into
the op?
thinking that. Yeah, my plan was to trick Dav into thinking the last dev was a yop, but I mean he's buying that anyway, so it was just a waste of time to try
Yeah,
and do
that's
that.
that's why he was gonna pull the VP and win, so we had to do it.
Yeah.
Which also means that Ian settles for 9, so it's gonna get sexy up in here.
Yeah.
But I don't have a settle.
Oh, well then we're all good.
Man. Yeah, I mean, I feel like if a 4-pot
Trying to
was like
decide
settle
whether
or
I
upsettle.
port and pass. That's all. Do I port and pass? That is my question. I mean, I need to somehow get 2 points here.
I'm glad I gave myself the extra buffer time because I didn't expect this to go an hour and a half.
Dude, I think, I mean, I thought I was going to get the army first, and then it ended up switching to you, and you got every single remaining knight, basically. That's crazy. But it did actually work. I mean, Ian,
Yeah.
to be fair,
Barrow
you are now in
pulled
the
like a
spot where you can
god.
conceivably win, no?
No, I think you're gonna just port for a city and win very shortly. I don't see any world in
if I
which you
hit
don't do
if I
that.
hit a 6 or a 3, and you hit a 4, you win. If I don't, I'm just saying it's conceivable.
Yeah, I mean, if the 8s are hitting and the 10s.
Fast turn.
Yeah.
Okay. So
6 sheep.
Dav,
Yeah.
if you give, I mean,
It has to be
I'm
6
just-
sheep.
no, I'm just yeah, but like I need cards here. So if any can you just give me a free card? Sparrow already owes me one, of course. But
You're already gonna be blocking.
It's a once again a.
Dude, I'm so bad.
We're not there
If
yet.
I lose this game, it's
We're not
because
there yet.
I didn't drop the road. That sucks. I'll do that trade.
Sure you will. Yeah, I just took a wood from
I'm
Dav, so
such a noob. I'm so upset at myself.
doesn't do
This is
much.
gonna cost me the whole game. Ian's gonna win, I know it. Oh, actually, I mean, Sparrow's an 8. Sparrow
Oh,
could easily
I
win.
don't even have any rules for a city now.
Well, all the info's out in the open at this point.
Roll the
Yeah,
11.
It is definitely interesting. I mean,
There's
Oh,
11.
come on!
Okay, so now the 7 has to roll, or we are cooked.
That's right.
I'm just
They
so
don't know how many-
frustrated that you put so much effort into a game and we roll so many 11s.
yeah.
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 I mean,
it's
this
11.
should have been a free win to me, but
Oh well.
GG.
I threw it.
Dude,
I'm a professional
That
thrower.
army switch was just absurd. I can't believe I won that game.
Good job, guys.
GG. I mean,
was fun.
I lost the right to win this after fucking.
I think that was a well-played game all around. I think we all played great. No grudges. Yeah, I'll be salty about 11s going nuts, but that's Catan for you, right?
Yeah. Wow. I mean, honestly, I can't believe we pulled off that army switch. That was just insane.
That was crazy. I knew I would be buying devs. I was like, I don't really want you to be buying devs. I'm glad it worked out perfectly because but did you pull the mono or the VP when you popped that one time, Ian?
I'm sorry?
You popped that one time where we were
It was the mono that I then used on the ore.
Oh, 'cause that worked out really well then. Although the
Yeah.
mono didn't end up working out well.
I mean, the timing was also.
Yeah, I mean, it got me
we
another point.
super crazy lucky, right? Because if I had popped on my turn and then Ian, there would be no knight left, and it was impossible. If Sparrow, I mean, it was a 1 in 3. Sparrow got the only knight. Like,
Dude, everything was lining up so good. I had a handful of wheat. We just rolled a 9. If we roll a 5 there, I mono the ore and I just go city settlement.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was like a 70% chance that Spiral does not get the knight, and then we just have no way for it to save it. That's insane. Jeez.
And Felfer was so close, and then the ill-fated wood mono.
Oh, he wasn't as close as we thought he was because he didn't have 2 VPs. He was only on 8.
Yeah.
Did Felfor have both yobs?
That's
yeah,
true.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
I actually won a game against you, Felfor. That's insane. I'm sorry.
Dude, I'm so pissed.
Yeah, but wait.
The reason I monoed was clearly because I was calculating if there was 8 wood out there, so I could take road.
And if you did win then, right?
Exactly.
Yeah,
that was the whole.
Yeah, he
it
had
was
the
just
win
roads.
if he got road there.
That's exactly. But I mean, that was the fuck. It's so stupid.
Like, there were so many threats that you could have won. Like,
yeah.
dude.
But look, if I just don't mono that wood there, I just win.
Yeah, I mean, I think so. Yeah, to be honest.
Yeah.
Wow, holy shit.
6s and 11s. Good job.
Yeah. I mean, literally, I think that kind of needs to happen for my setup to be viable. Just insane 6s and hope.
Well, that and Sparrow just giving you the early settlement. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. It's okay. It was a good trade. I get it.
I think it worked out kind of perfectly because
It kinda did.
if Dav wasn't producing, then we wouldn't have been able to catch up Felfer.
Yeah. No. You're right. I'm sorry. I was joking. I really was.
To be fair though, I don't
No,
think
yeah.
I ever actually
Like-
ported your sheep though, Ian. I don't think we ever did that.
I know.
Yeah. When I, when
I know.
I,
I never had any. Like 8s were
Yeah.
just dead, and I didn't have that city until the end.
That's true.
I like the creative workaround we did, Dav, just to do the ore for 2 sheep instead of the sheep port service.
Yeah.
That was fun.
I'm just happy that it wasn't one of those unsatisfying ones of like, we couldn't make the dev happen and then, who knows what it would have been. Like, it actually worked every time.
Every time that we had to do something, we found a way to make it
Yeah,
happen.
that's true. The roads slip.
I like when games do that rather than someone refuses to trade one time and then it means that someone keeps the army and wins.
Yeah, road switch
Which
works
is
just
what
about.
would have happened if any time we didn't do it, I wouldn't have pulled the knight.
Yeah. I mean, I think we literally got you 4 consecutive nights.
The only problem was when I double popped and I got the road builder instead.
Right. Jesus. Well, I produced more sheep than you did cards total, Sparrow. It's kind of insane.
Yep, you're my sheep benefactor or whatever.
Yeah. I also had more sheep than everyone else combined, so that's to be expected.
Did you ever 7 out? Maybe one time? Nope.
No.
Nope.
No way.
Hey, where's?
Yeah.
Where's
That's
that?
true. I was the only one who never 7'd out. That's crazy. But I mean, insurance came crazy too.
Resources gained and lost.
I
Lost to
didn't
7
see.
rules under resources.
yeah.
Got it. Lost 2 miscellaneous
Also,
reasons.
just before I head out, like when I quote unquote table talked earlier about I thinking Cochlea had to pop there for his own win.
Yeah.
I mean, I do really think like just if I were in your situation, I do think I would be forced to take the gamble to just try and get a VP or the mono, just for you to win here. Because if the whole table just squares off popping and just gives all the devs to Sparrow, then I think you're gonna get the short straw.
Yeah. Agreed. Yeah, that's why I did it.
Yeah, I
Exactly,
think it just
so-
ended up being that it seems that Cochlear's only real window, like, is just hit.
I couldn't just sit
double
there and wait for Sparrow to buy the rest of the deck.
No,
Exactly.
And we had to get lucky with it anyway.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, like that's winning for Dav and Sparrow, but not for you, Cochlea, I think.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, Felfer. I mean, like at this point where I mean, this is not now hindsight, but right now, if I whiffed, like if I rolled a 4 instead of something like that gave me the win, if 2 4s rolled in a row, Ian just wins straight up. Like,
Yep.
I mean,
But that's
what it
because
takes.
he popped. Oh no, because of the brickboard. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was what I was saying is that I think he needs to extend the game because 4 is basically his only winning out. It's just 4, that's it. So it's like the more rolls, the higher chance of that happening. That's kind of the only way I see him closing. But yeah,
Right.
I don't know. I mean, a nice mono could have happened too, but it's either way. I just figured that like everyone has a bit of a worse shot overall if Sparrow can't take army. So that was yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna bounce and catch up with the fam. Thank you guys very much. It's a
GGs.
pleasure.
Yeah, that was a really good game.
GG's for sure.
I know it was a rough one for you, Felix.
Cool.
But
Yeah, but it's my own fault. So
GGs.
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow. Okay, let's check out chat. What's going on? I did win. Unbelievable. I actually won. Where do I check my chat nowadays? Okay, so I won. That's nice. How's everyone doing? Okay, let me go back. Why don't taking away the 612 from your fell for? I think that may have been then. I popped that for sure. Yeah, look, I mean, I just kind of wanted that to happen because I felt like, I mean, as it was at the end, like Ian did end up putting the mono, but it still felt that I had pretty good chances, and I knew there were still good cards in the deck. Like, no matter what, I just was hoping for the one night to not get pulled, and that was really the only way that I can win. I feel like if I pulled a mono on what, on 7, mono on 7 doesn't win me the game, and I wouldn't have built a road towards the 6-2, which I think it comes down to the set. I mean, I should have built the settle in the end. Like, I should have built the road to the 6-12. But that's like a much easier way to close than like getting a 1 in 4 mono pull, which also needs to not be the night, and then building 3 points before fell 4 builds 1. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just like hindsight justifying it to me, but it did feel that, like, I was confident then and I'm confident now, even if I'm still wrong. But yeah, it was a thin chance, but to be honest, I think I did a good job of trying to smell it out, because it was still a legitimate thing that could have happened. It did happen, and that seems like the only way I could have won that game. And that after army switches, no one's really close enough to close it like super quickly. I think then that evened out my chances quite a lot. I would have won even easier, to be honest. VP was big. Could have also been the mono. It could have been the road builder that Spiral got, and I guess I didn't know if it was a yacht. So yacht would have been good, but that would have been yacht for. I would have been on 8 with a yacht, which is not great. Still fine though. Road builder would have been just okay, slightly worse than the op, and then VP and mono were both insane. GG. Wow, nice bailout. Yeah, good one. We love those. Okay, there is another game happening right now. I might go and check that one out, but let's talk. I mean, I'm gonna do this and just have it recorded for posterity so people can check it out and see everything that happened. Let me get into it. So I was at German Nationals this past weekend. I qualified through a pretty interesting system that they have. I was on the ranking system for last year. We did have some pictures from the event. Let's see if I can find those. Actually, it should be live on the website. Okay, can you see this? Yeah. Okay, so this is the event place that happened. No, I end the stream with the Wordle. I'm gonna do Wordle. Yeah, good shout. Here you can see me playing my first game. Now, incidentally, the guy to my right here was the guy who ended up winning the whole thing. Spoiler, I didn't win it. He became the champion. This is Alexander Berner. I know him. I mean, I don't know him personally outside of Catan, but I do know him personally. We've hung out a bit before. We've played a couple of tournaments before. He's one of the players that I was most concerned about coming to this event. I knew that, I mean, he's young, plays online, at least had played online, and is also very strong. What's going on, Ritter? Hey, hello. Yeah, so I knew, for me, I was going into it, and he was in my mental top 5 for most dangerous players I was going to be facing against. Now, who else is at this event? So it was Biaki is a player who plays online. He's one of the Ackermans. He's Benny Ackerman. And I've known him for a while, and we've played a lot online. He's played a lot generally online. He was just in the finals for the CK Premier League final. I just said that twice. In King of Catan, just recently, just like last week. So he's good, he's active, he's a strong player. He's won the national championship before, and his brother was also there. His brother is the reigning world championship, who just got out of Worlds. He got a win at Worlds. He didn't win the whole thing, of course, but yeah, they're both good players. They're both very experienced in this specific system. They've played there a lot, and they've both been playing for, I think, like 20 years at least. So yeah, I was pretty excited. Going there, I knew them already. I knew a couple of other players. You actually see this player here on the table to the right of mine. This guy whose face is facing the camera, he's called Felix. He's actually also played online before. I played him in a KOC match and I beat him, as well as Griffin and someone else, maybe Lundy, like 2 years ago in the PCL. He's Dossenheimer online. He doesn't play much online anymore, but he's also a German champion, and he's like the people who do really well in the German system have been playing it for a long time. There aren't very many people who are like top performers there who haven't been playing it for like 15 years. So a lot of them know each other. Obviously for me, I'm doing the whole thing in German, which is not a significant handicap. I think for the most part I can hold my own. It doesn't really make a difference, honestly. But there are times when I have to kind of give up on an idea or a trade concept because I just can't explain it quickly enough. So I don't think I really suffer a handicap in that way, but it's it's nice to be natural, and that's something I'm working on, just getting better at German, and that does make a little bit of a difference, but overall I don't think it was really impactful. These guys, they just do know each other, and that makes for a lot of kind of smoother interaction at the table, I think. It's obviously helpful if you played with someone like 15 years in a row. So there's a few people I knew. Honey was also there. He's also played online before. Let's see if there's a new one. This guy in the okay, I'm not going to dox people. I'm not going to dox people who might not want to be doxed. Some people are already like public. This lady in the back is Carol. She organized the Worlds thing as well, like the whole event there. And she works at Cosmos, so she was running the German stuff, which is cool. She helped out with a lot of things. Did you play against Jens? I didn't. So, okay, spoilers, I didn't make semifinals. Let's see, I think I'm on one of the guys. Happy, the Mullers. I didn't. So you can see me here in the bottom right. That's after the event. I smiled outside, I cried inside. Basically, let's run through it. So, go game by game. I was excited to get my draft. How they did it is they just give you a slip of paper, and it tells you what table you're on and which like position you are on each table for all 4 rounds at once. So you can actually go around and kind of check, oh, am I going to play against this or that person? It was 64 players. We had 4 rounds of base game in the qualifiers. So it was 2 wins was basically going to be the cutoff and some decent points. They announced beforehand there's like 7 families who should come to the front and like do their registration thing separately because they can't be seated together in the qualifiers. A lot of families. It was like, I don't want to exaggerate, but maybe like 15 people there who were related to each other in some way. Obviously not all the same relationship, but all the same family. That included obviously the Ackermans, Biaki and his brother, 2 German champions. And I was ecstatic to see that I'd been seeded against both of them in separate games. I don't know how that happened. Turns out I was actually seeded against, and I have this written down on my phone. I had some of the most exciting seeding combinations you could imagine. So in my first game, I got seeded against the overall top seed and a semi-finalist. He ended up being like #1 ranked at the end of the qualifiers. In that same game, I was also seeded against the overall champion, who I consider probably one of the top 5 strongest players at that event. Then in my second game, I got paired against the reigning champion, and also he ended up making the finals in this event. In the same game was the 6th all-time rated player in German history, and he also made the semi-finals. In game 3, I got matched up against 1 semi-finalist, but that was probably overall my easiest matchup. Game 4, I got matched up against 2 former champions both of whom made the finals. So like on 3 out of 4 of my tables, the majority of my players were like the best of the best players there, basically, and also like the best on form players for that day. Like they also performed the best just overall. So yeah, I feel like I may have got a little bit shafted on the seeding with 64 players. There was a lot of players I knew there who weren't as good as that. But you know, it is what it is. You take it in your stride. I'm not afraid of any players. I was just not anticipating to literally pull like every single one of the top players I could have thought of, which basically is what happened. There was only really a few who I didn't end up playing against, who I think were really scary. Anyway, no excuses, but that's just the context for it. Those are the people that I was going into it knowing that I was going to be playing against a lot of these top players. So, game 1. Let's get it up. Okay, this was game 1. I placed as 3rd here. We had 1st place. This is the guy who ended up being the top seed overall in the whole tournament. He went for the 8-4-10. 2nd place is Blue, who ended up being the actual champion of the whole event. It's not really spoilers because it doesn't tell you anything about this game. So 2nd went 6-5-11. Then I'm in 3rd. I had a pretty interesting option here. I think I could have gone for like 6-9-3, which I was looking at in place of the wheat port. I could have gone, well, to be honest, I mean, it was either 6-9-3 or 8-5-10 for me, pretty much. 8-3-10 to sheep port is a little risky. I mean, Blue can easily take 8-4 if they're feeling, or 8-5 to 8-4 or something. That's like totally feasible. So I went 8-5-10. I was pretty confident that no matter what happens, I'm going to get either wheat or like the 9-5-10 or like 6-11-12 in the brick port. It was all pretty decent options, I think. I didn't know what... Oh, and also I think 11-9-4 I was anticipating. I didn't really see the 9-4-3 happening just because it seemed a little greedy to me. I think it could easily have been a pick for a couple of players. But yeah. So I went for the 8-5-10. We have 4th taking 5-9-10, 4-9-3, pretty strong. He did start with the brick, which ended up mattering a lot. We then had it come back to me, and my options were not the 11-9-4 as I expected, but more like 10-3-11, 10-9-11, 6-9-2, 8-4-3 is not really a thing. 6-11-12 was one of the ones I was looking at most. I do make a lot of brick, and brick port was potentially interesting, but for me it seems a little bit too like weak, maybe. Just not that volatile. I think getting sheep is not something I'm concerned with, but it's not like you get the brick port and then you just flow forever. It's okay. It's just okay, and I think there's some really strong setups on this board if you leave them untampered with. And also the consequence of me taking 6-11-12 is that Blue gets even better outs potentially that they might like. You can take 6-9-2, which is not that good actually, but whatever. 8-4-3 still leaves red with great options. I mean, if I take 6-11-12 at the top, red can go like 6-9-2 left or 10-11 right, you know, something. They would get something that's stronger, and I get something that's not that strong. Anyway, all that to say, I did end up taking the 10-9-2. I considered the 6-9-2 and just pointing down. The reason I didn't do that was because I didn't want 3-10-11 to be left open for red. I think it's a little bit too good for them, to be honest. And I thought about 10-9-11, point down to the 6-9-2, but because that blocks off this 3-10-11 here, it would have made Blue really like the idea of a 6-9-2. So I basically just played it safe. I left him a spot that I think was decent, but with no expansion. And I got 10-9-2, looking towards the 6-2, but with the very like strong intention to plow the 6-3. It is definitely possible. Most of the time, you know, I think in the online leagues people would figure out a way to prevent this from happening, but in person it's totally different. Placements go, as you can see here. Notable events. I basically immediately rolled into the plow. I rolled a 10, flipped a wood for a brick with red, who already produced excess wood and no brick yet. So I rolled a 10, traded wood for brick, and then rolled a 5, and instantly on my plow, on the first orbit, plowed 6-3. And now at that point I was like, okay, well, that's basically the enabler for me here. That's going to be the difference maker. I'm not going to go through every single event of the game, but basically I did get the 6-3. I ended up sitting 8-5-10 and eventually 6-3. I don't think I've even bought devs this game. It was, oh no, I did. This was Road. I ended up with Road. I actually took it with a Road builder, which you wouldn't really expect of all the things with the setup. But I did actually buy devs. It was very easy for me to buy devs. 6 went crazy. I settled 6-3 and then 6, and then I think 3-1 and then 6-2. So by the end, the 6 was like 3 wheat. The 5 was huge. The 10 was huge. The 2 only popped once in the whole game, but it actually won me the game. It allowed me to pop twice right at the end of the game, which was the difference for me winning it. I ended up double playing. I did not build a city. I'm sorry, the 6 was not did not actually have a city on it. I settled 5 times. I got army, roads, and a victory point. So that was it. Very low cost game. I didn't have the city at all. The settlements were really easy for me. I was very flexible with the ports. I pretty much rolled perfectly. Despite that, for me to win, I had to literally win a 50-50 steal, as in blue had a 50-50 steal to win from me, the roll before me, missed the 50-50, and then didn't win. Like, it was insane. Whatever card that he had discarded, I had a card in his hand that would have given him the win, if that makes sense. Like, either way, whichever decision he had made of which cards to discard when he settled out, he could have still stolen a winning card depending on what he discarded. He just stole the wrong one. It was a 50-50. I literally had 2 cards and he got the other one and that was it. And then I won the game. Like, holy moly. Dude, I was pretty terrified. So it turns out I won against the guy who ended up being top seed, and I'm happy to talk about how that went. He basically won every game after that. He went 3 for 3 in his remaining games and became top seed after I won that first game. I think he lost it in like 6 or 7. It wasn't close. Red and pink were pretty much non-factors in this game. They never got close. It was only me and blue. So yeah, it was interesting. I mean, taking him down and then him still becoming top seed, just winning out. Blue was the person who ended up the champion, and I think he went undefeated after that. And then, yeah, pink didn't have any prospects in the tournament. Okay, so that was game 1. Game 2 was messy. This is where things got messy. Obviously, I won the first game. I needed a second to qualify, and I was pretty stressed. I felt good. I just got a big win, but yeah. I know I need a second one, and I knew on this table I was playing against the reigning champion, who's playing as blue here. White is the guy who is like the current 6th all-time ranking player in Germany. I didn't know that when I played him, and to be honest, it wouldn't have made a difference if I had known it. The reason that this game went wrong, in my opinion, was 2 things. I may have not placed great. I'm still not really confident whether this is bad or not. I am pink here. As you can see from the numberings here, I mean, we have 8, 4, 10 go first, 5, 9, 10 second. We had 5, 8, 10 third. And I was a little bit starved for super consistent options. I think 6, 5, 11, 8, 4, 3 seems like the most traditional all-wheat sheep game. Would have given me easy city production, but I do think that you don't get the port. And it gets messy. In my head, I find it difficult to keep up with army without a port, with only having 1 sheep roll. I feel like I could spend most of the game just dirty 4 for 1ing my cards, hoping for a knight or whatever. It just it didn't feel good to me, even though it does probably have enough for what you need. I was scared to play it without prospects for a port. And it's not easy to make deals for ports in these kind of games. I mean, White would have definitely challenged me for it. That guy's pretty sneaky. So anyway, I ended up picking this, a bit of a hybrid, all-wheat sheep, with the coordinated 3s. Obviously a bit of feast or famine, but I thought making some space, opening some expansions, getting some decent ports, and increasing my production through that is kind of nice. You can account for the feast or famine aspect a little bit by getting onto the 11 and the 6 here as well, and the ports to go with it makes the rolls a lot more efficient. And that did work. It was pretty good. Unfortunately, yeah, this game was completely derailed. I don't like to put the blame on specific people when I've being responsible as well. I think in this case it felt completely out of my hands, honestly. As you can see here, white does not produce wood, and red probably gave white like 5-6 wood in the first like I don't know 6 orbits or something. It was like insane. He was rolling so much brick, getting like 2-for-1 trades every single time he was asking for it, even after a city, even after a second city. I think he got traded all the way until he was on 5 points with 2 cities, like perfect ports. It was really difficult, man, and I was really trying to get involved, saying I'll do that same trade. I was saying to red, I would trade like the wood for a wheat, which was a trade that was coming up. She wanted wheat really badly. I said I'll do that, even though it doesn't do much for me. My whole hand's wheat, but we can't afford to trade with white. And they were like, no, this is like our trade. It felt really rough for me. Yeah, it was bad. Unfortunately, I also learned, it was her first. I think she'd played 1 tournament before and directly qualified, which is like super rare. So, I don't hold it against her, but it just was a lot, like, they were just bad trades. It just was that. And a lot of it was a lot more than I would have thought necessary. Red did not get much out of it. It's not like they got a city trade or anything. It never happened. I think they never cityed. So this game felt tough. I was really close at the end of the game. I was 1 knight off flipping it for 9, and which was also stealing the army from white. So it does feel rough because honestly I think like 1 turn of pacing, like 1 turn of not trading the wood and giving the expansion and then port into a dev, whatever it is. 1 like tiny crank down on the pacing ahead for white there, and I could really have taken army like a little bit earlier. It may have just been that much of a difference, and it was that close at the end. So that was rough because I tried really hard to make up for it, and I ended up hitting my rolls at the end. I think I did the best thing with my cards that I could every time. I was popping good. I citied I think at the right time. Once I got my port secure and I was feeling strong. Yeah, it was a tough one, but that felt probably the most out of my hands out of any of the games. Moving on to game 3. This is the one where I think I made the most notable mistake. I was actually first here. And if you're looking at this, I mean, I think the 5-8-10 is the best first pick. I was first. But I did it. I would argue when looking at it, there isn't like an obvious, insanely strong pick. Just for the reason that between 9-6-10 and 8-5-10, I think 5-9-2, like 4-9-2 to the 5-2 is always a good enough out for either of those players coming back, so that it never comes back to his first regardless. I don't know. Either way, I think 8-5-10 probably was the pick. I don't think pointing right. I don't know if that's really the play. I feel like that could have got hit. I mean, I could have even maybe taken it myself if I was really crazy. But yeah, basically I placed 9-6-10. I like the 3-1. I was looking at the sheep port still. And I kind of was hoping that anything else might get picked. But I did also see the 4-8. I was honestly okay with the 4-8 as an idea. It's not terrible. Anyway, I don't feel confident about that pick. I think it probably was the 5-8-10, and it mattered more for the guy after me because he got a really good setup with the 8-5-10. It's still better. It's better than what I would have got if I had picked the same thing, but it was too strong for him, I think. For blue here, I think this setup was too powerful to allow to happen. You basically end up with coordinated 5s. The 2 rolled 6 times. I will say that after he doubled it. So like, the 10 never rolled. Blue had an infinite supply of wheat, and he was also rolling like a lot of 5s and stuff. It was just a really strong setup, and I shouldn't have let it happen. I should have seen it coming, and that was a big mistake on my part. I regret that a lot. I don't know if my game would have been like amazing if I had taken 8-5-10, but I would have probably had a better chance of not getting steamrolled. I guess that's my logic. So anyway, it was very slow. The 10 literally didn't roll until like the penultimate orbit of the entire game. So I was playing with wood, brick, sheep the entire time. I ended up, at the end of the game, I ended up on 7. I was very active this game. We were so behind that I had to get quite, I wouldn't say pushy, but I had to be really involved to make sure that the road that that blue just wouldn't win. I think there was a point where he was on 8 straight up, and I was tracking his hand, and I knew that he had the cards in hand to take road, and he was the roll after me. I really, in that spot, I think I wanted to feed the road to like anyone else and get something better, like get some decent cards in return for doing that. But I also knew that if I didn't take road on that turn, then the game's going to end. So I made it happen. I pretty much pushed the other player until they did it. Because I said, like, the game's literally, it's going to end right now. Like, it's going to end now. So we did it, we made it happen, defended the road, and then blue said, yeah, like, I would have won right now if you hadn't done that. Huge. That happened a second time, where I again saw it coming, and I asked for the trades, and we made it happen, and blue again said, yeah, I would have won there. So I never citied that game. I was straight up, like, road batch. I ended up also becoming army badge, which almost paid off too. I was a knight off army at the end. So, like, it wasn't really likely that I would have won, but I could easily have scored 9 points. I think I ended up pulling a road builder at the end instead of a knight, which would have been like 9 points. And then there's options to, like, you know, pull a VP or a mono or a yop. The building a city naturally was pretty much never going to happen. I never naturally rolled a wheat, so that was kind of out the window. I did settle the 4-3 here. That was okay. The 4s rolled a lot, so that was a weird investment. Kind of, it actually helped. Yeah, so at the end of the day, I wasn't really close in this game. I think I kind of misjudged the placements a little bit, and that felt impactful. We got to the 4th game. That was my final game of the entire event, unfortunately, and it was all or nothing. If I win this game, I make German semifinals, and I'm super prepped for CK. I've been grinding the leaderboards. I was, I think I was like 8th in the world on CK when I left the event. I was feeling pretty good about that. I felt honestly that if I made semifinals, my chances of winning the whole thing were a lot higher than actually making the semifinals in the first place, because CK has a much higher skill ceiling. I felt really good about that. I knew that I just needed to win this game, and I was matched against Biaki, who is a former German champion and Premier League champion, as well as Dossenheimer, Felix, who was also a former German champion. The 4th player was a guy called, I guess I won't mention his name because, yeah, he kind of effed my game. Let's look at it. This was definitely an interesting one. I was 2nd on this board. Red plays first. 695 is like clearly the god spot in my opinion. I did something pretty interesting. I think a lot of players here, or just generally, might like the 8-5-10 with the ore and the wood port as the spot in a second. But the more I looked at it, the more I couldn't find how this would be like positive for me on the way back. It seemed inevitable that no matter what I did, if you take 8-10-5, the other 8-5-10 goes. Then the other guy, goes like 8-3-4, 8-3-4, say. I think that's pretty valid. You have good chances of rolling onto either of the ports. Then the person who's taken 8-5-10 here, which would in theory be 3rd, then takes like 6-11-3 with the ore double sheet. Super strong. Like all 5, great port access, great city building. You start with 3/5 of the city, like really strong position. So I didn't want that to happen. And then assuming those things have happened, it's like, so I've gone 8-5-10, 8-5-10 happens, 8-4-3, 8-4-3, and then the 8-5-10 at the top takes 6-3-11. Then what am I left with? Like, my best out is maybe 6-9-2. Like 4-9-11 is not really playable. You get plowed on your roll down if you do that. Building to 6-2 is not that attractive. Like wood brick ore doesn't seem great. 10-3-11 is not great. And again, 10-9-2 then just does happen, I think. Or 4-9-11 or whatever. Anyway, I thought about it for a long time. I knew I needed to win this game, and I came to the conclusion that this actually gives me the best chance of getting an out that I want. If I got 10-9-2 to 5-2 with this setup, I would be really happy with that. I think it's really strong. Long term, it gives me great city quality, it gives me good long term expansions. Like sheet port's really valuable, brick port's really valuable. 6-2 is great around the corner. 9-6 is feasible, but whatever. Good options, I think. Very flexible, nice rolls. Chord 10s, chord 5s after the city. I think it's good. However, I was surprised to see the 4-9-11, 6-11-3 pick from Pink. This was Biaki. He was looking at a rolled game and the 6-9 coordinated 6s. I didn't see that play in placements, to be honest. I didn't expect it, and it gave me an out even better than what I'd hoped for. It gave me the 8-4-3 at the bottom here, with the most weak production on the board and some really secure port options, some good rolls. It's weird because white and I share exactly the same numbers and they do different things. I am Aulus, white isn't. We have the exact same numbers, but like white starts with slightly better cards to settle early too. I started with wood and 2 wheat and he had brick sheep wheat. So it definitely felt like it was going to be tougher for me to get to get a settle that I wanted. I ended up making a deal with him to split the 8s, that he can get whichever one of these that he wants and I'll get the other one. He had the advantage in that regard. He had the cards and I didn't. So I got the wood port for myself, he got the sheep port. We were both happy with that. I ended up ploughing him long term to the 5 ore. I pretty much felt that as long as I don't make ore, it's going to be pretty tough to keep up with that position when he does actually have the sheep port. And he had already citied 8-5-10 very early. So I was looking out for that. It felt like basically if 5s were rolling, I'd be in a lot of troubles, and I wanted to take some of the spaces away from him too. So I did that. It may have been overzealous, but it came in pretty handy, to be honest. It gave me some really nice 5s. Better 5s than he had too, incidentally, because it had the brick paired as well, which he didn't have. So that was like a slight rebalancing of the scales for me. The game went well. I came to the end of the game. I was on 7 with knights in hand. I was 1 knight behind the leader, who was red. By the end game, the leader was clearly red. There was a lot of interesting things that happened in the meantime. Like 10 became a winning roll at some point for white. That was interesting, but didn't matter that much. White also plowed me to the wood, like to the 10 wood here. That didn't matter for me really, like at all, but it was interesting that happened. I guess after I took his 5, he wanted something else. I was pretty happy with that trade, I think, even though the 10 would have been good with the wood port too. Felix was red, he was, yeah. So Felix, as red here, he's clearly on 9 points at the end of the game, and oh man, just thinking about it's brutal. So white is after me, so I've passed on 7. I think I triple popped and I pulled 3 knights. Or was that game? I think that was the game before. I think that was game 2 actually. Yeah, I didn't triple pop in this game. It wasn't this game. I triple popped in the in this one as pink. I triple popped here and I got 3 knights in a row. That was cool. I never pulled a mono, by the way. It was always knights and roll builder and yarp. So anyway, I was on 7. I was 1 knight off, and white rolled a 7. I told him pretty clearly, we know that red's on 9, and he hasn't got another knight. So it's either a yarp or a mono. Pretty sure it's a mono, because he's been thinking with like 4 cards in hand. I told him that. I said that on the table. I'm pretty sure he got a mono. He had the break port by this point, by the way. He didn't end up with the road, but he had a very strong position. Lots of free card rolls with the all port break port. I said it really clearly. The 6 is winning. No matter what he has, the 6 is going to be the winning roll for him. Because I think he has the mono. I think that's it. I think that's how he wins. And unfortunately, white decided to block the 3. There was no reason to do this, honestly. There was no benefit. There was no practical benefit. Everybody, I think the 3 literally just rolled. And it wouldn't have been winning with a mono either, because there was no wheat port. The guy wouldn't have had enough wheat to build. He needed like straight up 2 war. He had everything else in hand. Yeah. So then the 6 rolled immediately, and red won the game. And I was like, I really had to hold myself back from expressing how upset I was about that, because that was literally the difference between me making nationals, like semi-finals, in my first go and not, and it was totally preventable. It sucked, yeah. So that's basically how it ended. I was very close in every game, to be honest. Like, I think the one game I was least close in was this one, where I kind of messed up the placements, I believe. And even there, I was like, there was a weird window where I could theoretically have just pulled a 9 instead of a roll builder and gone to 9 points. So it's whatever. In this game, I could also easily have won the trade. This was very preventable that white won so easily here. It was simply just the bad trades. So yeah, on the one hand, I think I played pretty good Catan. I did a lot in terms of balancing the tables. Like all the boards that are on, I think I did a lot towards slowing people down and giving myself chances. And I did almost find those chances most of the time. It was never quite enough, clearly. I had some notes before I went out there. Took some notes. For the IRL scene, specifically in Germany, just as my experience, this might apply in other places. What do you think about balancing? Did it work? 100%. I mean, every time, I didn't do like extortions or anything, but yeah, it would take a little bit longer to say, but yeah, me basically saying if he takes road right now, he's going to win. People were willing to work with me. I wasn't extorting anyone. I never lied, and I didn't dirty mono or anything, so yeah, it worked. These are the tips I wrote down before going to the event, which I thought were relevant. This is the night before, about an hour before going to sleep. Don't play Feast or Famine if it can be helped. I stayed true to that. I think there was one spot where I didn't feel confident there was another setup as good as this, so I played Feast or Famine because if it did high roll, it felt godlike. And honestly, when I hit those rolls, I did feel godlike. I could easily have won that game. I was like super close at the end. My rolls were massive. For me, that constitutes a good Feast or Famine setup, is that I didn't feel confident that there was like a massively better option. The ports were strong, the flexibility is high, the rolls are massive. It's not like just anything on, like, it's not just having both fours and their random resources on like wood and wheat. It was good, they were coordinated, they were like solid rolls, coordinated dev rolls. It was strong. So take a second to react, don't talk too much. No, this is kind of my general rule for playing in real life. People don't like it if you yap a lot. It's kind of funny online, and honestly, I'm used to streaming. I'm used to filling gaps all the time and talking, and that's kind of the point. But that doesn't work in real life. You get annoyed pretty quickly. So yeah, I didn't do that, and they might just rob you to shut you up, to be honest. So yeah, I think that's fine. If anything, like on balance, anyone watching one of these streams or going to a tournament from having played a lot online is probably going to be better than the majority that you're going to come up against. So there's no reason to give them information about you as a player. Just like be quiet and be observant, I think, and like seize your opportunities. Trade loose, you get undercut if you squeeze. Definitely, this happened so many times in qualifiers. I was better about it this time, but literally, if you're asked for 2 cards, someone else, like if someone's asking you to trade, and you squeeze them for it, the guy next to them just gonna go, oh, here's the card, here you go, and they just immediately swap card and it's done, and you can't even intercept and be like, wait, okay, I'll do it too. It's done, it's over. So that's tougher. There isn't like click it quickly and it will happen. You need to physically form the words, like intercept it somehow. And if you squeeze, there's a bigger repercussion for that. There's more of a delay for you to be able to get involved again if you try to like unsqueeze the trade, I guess. Observe win condition competition. This I felt this is good for Catan generally, but I think especially in real life, people don't pay attention to the win conditions. I was the only person calling out win conditions on any of my tables, as far as I remember. People just didn't talk about it. Maybe not to say they're not aware of it, but I think the general public awareness during the games is lower than it is online. Because it's also easier to see it online, to be honest. You can count the roads clearer because they are counted for you, and you can count the knights because they're represented as a piece of the visual, like of the UI, as relevant as the resources are. Whereas in real life, they're actually not. They're physically spaced somewhere different, and they look different, and it's way easier for them to slip under the radar. So yeah, like you can sneak road or army super easily. I'm always taking a look at like if I can get it, and that's what I did. Like in my first game, that was all I was thinking about was, is there anyone else here who can really play for road if I do this? And to me, the answer was clearly no. Even if I hadn't got the plan on the weak port in this first game, 6-2, 5, build down to the 5-2, like the rolls are powerful enough. I just need to build a city or two and play for road, and that's it. I mean, no one else is going to play the road like I can this game. So yeah. Just acknowledging that yourself, because I think your opponents won't. Don't race, encourage races. This is, I think, again, this is actually crucial online. This is super important. People will rip each other to pieces if you give them the opportunity to. If you make them feel there's a race, and people aren't willing to compromise, then it can massively swing the game. Like the trade output of a player who's trying to beat someone else to a spot is way higher than it would be normally, right? People are willing to give 3-4 cards to get into a certain spot. They'll do whatever it takes. So you don't really want to be the guy who's getting robbed every single time just because you're challenging someone or forced to have to give massive trades to get a decent spot where you didn't expect to. I'd rather play it safe and be the one to benefit, and especially with the in-person elements, I don't want to be literally beefing with a guy in front of me. I'd rather think longer term, unless the race is super crucial. And I felt in my first game, for example, I knew that I had made a bad impression on this guy early on pink by plowing him to this wheat port. At the same time, he had the wood port. He still had a strong setup, and I knew this was absolutely essential a spot to get. The 6-3 is so huge. So I was willing, that was worth the trade-off. Yeah, I've pissed him off, but it's probably going to win me the game. It's that good. So I think you would just think very hard about pissing people off in that regard, and I prefer to stay out of their way if I can. Wheat and ore flow more freely. Yeah, this is kind of self-explanatory. In real life, people are so... I think it's just... I don't know what it is, if it's just that they are less good with their cards. Maybe it's a bit of that, and maybe it's a bit that it's easier to just hand it over. I don't know. But it just happens all the time that people will be like, oh, I want to settle. Do you want my starting ore? It's yeah, okay, sure. It's a wood for an ore is always a good trade in my books. And people do those all the time. It's so easy. So yeah, in that regard, I guess the value, the trades, the equivalent value of resources kind of becomes a bit more straightened out. People will pretty much trade anything for anything if they need it, and if they don't need the other thing immediately, they might not plan that far ahead that they actually need the city long term or whatever. So yeah, I found it's quite easy to get wheat and ore trades. Don't be afraid to ask for them, because chances are you'll actually get it if it's on the table, especially if you're tracking well. People would rather do something than hold and do nothing, and I've seen that a lot in real life, a lot. So yeah, 2-for-1 ports are typically much scarier than they are worth having. I mean, textbook, any Catan player has experienced this before. You get on a wood port, sheep port, whatever, and you start getting hammered. I just played the game just now. Well, yes, I did win. But I think at the same time, the setup was not insanely strong. It was still preventable, and getting solo does suck. I did back myself into a corner in this PCL game just now. If I could have avoided it and had something else consistent, which wasn't purely sheepport based, I would have done it. I don't like to go all in on 2-for-1 port and not have any other backup. So it is risky. It is risky. And there's a much bigger social risk, is that people look at it and they go, oh shit, I need to put the robber right on you every time. That happens so much more than it should. Just generally. Online, in real life, whatever. But in real life, again, people react to things slower. The dynamic changes slower. They read the board slower. They update their mental perception of what's going on slower. Army status, road status, someone builds a city, whatever. If you have the port, even if the other guy's got a double ore roll, whatever, they'll still solo you. So yeah, I don't know, did I ever play a 2-for-1 port? Yeah, I mean, here obviously I played the wheat port, but it wasn't just a wheat port setup. In this game, I played multiple 2-for-1 ports, really hard to block. In this game, I just was terrible. So the port didn't matter. And in this game, my 2-for-1 port was not my only game plan. I mean, the wood port was good, it was strong, but I had other rolls that were also helpful. And then getting on the ore in the end actually was big. I got it quite early, actually. So in every occasion, I'll try to play a 2-for-1 port when I have solid alternatives, other decent rolls, another decent port, maybe a decent expansion, whatever. So yeah, I didn't gravitate too heavily towards these, and that's actually why I didn't, in this first game, I didn't pick the 693 off the bat, because actually, yeah, you get the wheat port, but what are you doing practically to settle there? You have to double the 3 sheep, and then you're just going to get hit on your 6 wheat ASAP. So yeah, fine to have not done that. people get angry if you rob them once, but will never forgive you if you rob them twice. This is maybe not exactly true. It's probably more like if you rob them thrice, but it depends how much of a reasonable person they are. You can easily make a real enemy. I mean, it's happened to me before. I'm never really the person to get like too freaked out. I don't get angry with people that much, but I might leverage people robbing me a lot to get better trades or whatever. Yeah, so this is, I mean, if you can ever justify not robbing the same person twice in a row, try to do it, just because it matters. Like, you might basically get embargoed by one person for robbing them twice in a row early on. It could happen, and that's a massive limitation. Like, it can be a really huge deal. So yeah, if you can help it, don't rob the same person twice. If they're super ahead, then no one's going to complain, I guess. If it's obvious, then everyone's going to be fine with it, and they're not a trading partner anyway, so whatever. Extort only in the most critical situations. Yeah, basically none of the time will an extort work in Germany. I don't know about other countries in Europe, or even in the US. I think it might work a bit better. I've only done it once, I think, in real life. I extorted somebody at a qualifier where I had a knight in my hand, and I said, I know you're a 100% wheat steal. I will play the knight out and rob it from you. If you don't give it to me. And he was like, but that's extortion. He's like a 60-year-old man, you know. I felt pretty bad, but he did give the trade, and I ended up winning. I needed it. It was like a city, straight up. I needed it. It was one of those. So I would very rarely do that. I think I like legit traumatized that guy, but it was worth it. That's crazy to say, but yeah. Basically, I mean, you're just gonna like such a prick at the table trying to extort people, especially if you do it more than once. Not only because you are just the act itself is like kind of dickish, but because you have to explain in front of everyone why why you're basically blackmailing someone, and they have to do what you want because otherwise you're going to punish them. Like, you look so bad doing that, and you have to do it to their face. You have to do it in front of everyone's face. It's like, I think it's way more extreme than doing it online. You can make a really bad social impression by doing that, and most of the time you don't even need it. If you're really tracking well enough to know what the steals are, you can probably figure out a trade instead, or just go steal for the card. So yeah, I would say never do this. The Monopoly one, I never got an opportunity. I didn't even pull Monopoly in like 10 devs at the event, 10, 12 devs. But I think Monopoly Extort is actually valid, which is like, you know, the guy in last has rolled all the ore. And you say, just, if you give me a couple of ore, I'll trade you a couple of wheat, and I'll mono all of the sheep off the board, whatever. That is something that I considered feasible. It didn't actually end up happening, but to me that feels okay. Like a road builder extort is kind of whack. I've done it before. It's pretty funny, but I don't think it's great. It's a weak extort kind of because you need to have done it in order to prove that you have it, I guess. And you can't, I guess you can, in real life you can probably put it on the table and there's no timer, but yeah. Europe Plenty Extort doesn't exist, I think. And then the Night Extort is just a bit meh. People, it's just such a hassle. So anyway, I kind of just went through all those points because I thought it would be interesting to share my thoughts going into this tournament. Obviously you've seen how it went. I ended up 30th overall. I do actually have that with me. I don't know if you can see this. I ended up 30th out of 64. If I had won my fourth game, I would have ended up in the top 16. That was unfortunate, obviously. I also won a Catan exit escape game, like escape room game. It's called Exit. And you can only play it once. So I'm kind of curious because you can literally only use it once. Once you've done it, it's over. You can't like remake it or anything. I also have, I haven't been live since Worlds, which is also a movie, I guess, but I got some cool Catan stuff from Worlds. Pretty epic. I got some special Catan pins. There's one. You can kind of see that. This one is like the Catan logo, kind of. One of them. That's sweet. That's pretty sexy. I like that a lot. Wear that on a shirt or something. There's the Catan board. And it doesn't have numbers on it, but you can see the resources, and it is a center desert board, which is interesting. There's no ports though. Can't do much with that info. I also got this hat, which was not being given to any players or anything. I got it from like making friends with one of the people who was running the event from Catan Studio. This is pretty cool. It is the All hat. So I have a Catan hat now, which is cool. I have been told that it may contribute to balding if I wear it a lot. so you know, it might just sit here on the shelf. But anyway, that's kind of it. I think. Pretty much. It's been interesting. I'm not going to stick around to commentate the next game, but I will be commentating games generally in this PCL season. It's definitely interesting seeing all the players that have turned up. Just real quick, let's take a look at that. Take a look at the players who are all in here. Do you say standing for all the CK final? Oh yes, I forgot to mention. I ended up streaming. You may have seen that I was live on that day. I streamed on my phone the national finals. It was really spontaneous, which is why I was on my phone. I didn't even know it was allowed. In fact, I'd been told it wasn't allowed. But the players asked me if I would like to stream it. And I said, yeah, sure. I don't think it's ever been done before. I ended up being the first person to ever stream a German national tournament. I did it on my phone. I did some commentary. It's a pretty fun stream. Obviously, most of the table talk is in German. But if you want to see, it's interesting. It was CK, Cities and Knights. It was quite a close game. I thought it was really fun, and had a good ending too. So, yeah, I did stand for literally 3 hours during that final game. Will I go again? Well, so the next championship is next year. So yeah, I'm gonna try and qualify for it. I think it's only a matter of time. I mean, I just don't wanna. I really think I can qualify next year. I think I played really well this year, but I didn't play perfectly, and I didn't I'm sure that I could have done a little more in a couple of departments anyway. So I'm confident that I can go back and make semi-finals. So that's what I'm playing for. That's it. And keep honing my CK game as well for the case I make it. But obviously, I think the focus is just base. It's just really lock in on base because I haven't been playing much. Yeah, so I'm going to be playing some Division 1. I'm going to be playing some King Catan. Landover's on the way, but I cannot give you a date right now. It's a good thing that we have delayed. We've massively optimized a lot of the internal processes and the way that the team's working on the app. So it's actually a lot more optimistic than you may think given the delays. It's going to be great. I just don't right now there just isn't a confirmed date, and I wish there was. But it is very much in progress and it is coming. So regular stream schedule, there definitely will be once base launches in the once base launches on Landover in the 1-2 months before that's happened. I will be streaming probably more sporadically, but I'm going to be streaming a lot more than I have been for the last 6 months. I'm going to be streaming all of the KLC games that I'm playing, quite a few ones that I'll be as commentary. I'll be streaming some Div 1 games as well. Like I said, I just want to get some Div 1. I just want to get some base games in, and there's still things there's plenty of things I haven't won. So yeah, I think I'm looking to hit some high performance markers on my base game. It's about time. A slight refresh after qualifying for nationals and winning CPI in the same day. Might as well try and win something else. So I don't know what that's going to be, but winning the Division 1 title or qualifying for the Premier League would both be pretty cool. So that's one of those I would like to happen. We'll see how it goes. It's a big group of people, but we'll see. So anyway, the Premier League is interesting. It's already been here for a while, so you probably read those names. Proven Competitors League is way bigger. Dude, we have 40 people. I think it's the biggest one ever. This is actually definitely the biggest one ever. The PCL's never been this big. Holy shit. Okay, so most people play their first game. 12 people haven't. I'm playing a game tomorrow. I'm playing a game in 6.5 hours, I think. Hold on. Where is that actually? Okay. Where is my table? Okay, yeah. So this is gonna be 6.5 hours from now. I'm gonna be playing my next game in PCL, which is kind of crazy, against Blue Tiger, who's a 2-time Division 1 champion. Anish Prabhu, who I think he's the winner of like a colonist tournament, or I think he was high in the rankings, maybe he was top 10 or something. And Raul Bolt. I don't think we've ever played a game before, but I know they had a good win rate. So yeah, it's a huge division here. So far, oh, Ian's already got a win, really? No, he did. I messaged him. True. Kaio Kaminari, I met him at Worlds. It's cool. Felfo's got a win. Luckily, I stopped him getting the second one. That was close. Felfo is absolutely crushing right now, dude. He's so strong. He's really strong right now. James, I'm not familiar with. I think he was from a Canada tournament or something. Papa Study's always been good. He made CPI finals with me. I mean, there's a lot of great names on this list that you'll recognize. But yeah, I'm very happy to be in the Winners Club with the first game. With 7 games and 40 people, I'm guessing that you're going to need like maybe 3 wins to be in the playoffs, to be in the top 13. Only the top rank goes through. So maybe I just win out and qualify for the final directly. Anyway, am I playing anyone who's won already? I'm not. Alright. I think my round 3 game is against James, actually. I think I have to get tagged in that table. Yeah, I'm playing Alex, James, and Hard Jaden. Hard Jaden got 8. Alex hasn't played this game yet. And James does have a win. Okay. Well, that's pretty much it from me. Thank you for coming by. It's good to be back. And yeah, nice win. I will be live again in 6.5 hours. Damn, that's crazy. I'm gonna have to set so many alarms. Alright, peace. Thanks for coming by. See you next time.